gonna get a normal, and then the other one, we don't know what it is. Even Reptiler was like, we got to get him to crawl out. So something different's going on with him, but excited nonetheless.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Guys,
Thanks
comment.
for joining. Amy, thanks for joining.
Comment.
Serpent, my V unit coming through. Pokemorse, what's up?
What up, Poke? What up, Poke? Questions, likes, y'all keep it going, all right? Let's raise the roof on this show tonight. Come on. And on that note, y'all do y'all's thing.
That's right, baby. Celtic Balls in the house. Hey, what's going on?
First of all, we don't know much about TikTok. We have TikTok. We do a YouTube live every Monday night. I thought we were live. I saw our little emblem up there. I was like, what do you mean? Are we still trying to get ready? We're here.
You're here. All you got to do is hit the little cute camera button and you're on, man. Yeah, you guys are perfect. And I do want to talk about your YouTube show tonight. I definitely want to hear more about that.
Yeah.
So this will be a thorough examination. I hope you've done your homework. I'm just kidding.
Hey, as long as you put some rubber gloves on, we're good to go.
All right, okay. Hey, I was a medic for 10 years. I'm good.
Get naughty on Naughty Business Live. Come on.
I got the gel for our incubate or for our ultrasound.
Hey,
so you bring
whatever
the gloves,
works. That's what I'm talking about. Get her done.
There you go.
Thanks for taking time for us. I know you guys are busy. I know Angie's kind of giving me some of your schedule a little bit, and I can totally relate. It's super crazy. And I wanted to do something different tonight, just given the vibe of what I know about you guys, watching your YouTubes, especially this most recent Monday when you had that sweet little adorable girl on there that wrote the essay to illustrate to her parents how she could take care of a ball python. Yeah. And then you guys were kind enough to let her come over and get something. And if you guys were, wanting to do that as an episode, actually, one of our people that we hang out with a lot on here, Sinister, she said, well, what if we have a Celtic ball snake? I do. I'd love to show it and show them how it's going. And Dread goes, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And I was just in the background on here. I was busy. And I thought about it. And it was a hell of a good idea. So Sinister, awesome. That was a good idea.
Hey, look. They're just looking for an opportunity to handle their balls from Celtic ball.
Absolutely.
Right? Let's get her done. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Sinister has one from us.
We get updates, pictures.
Yep. We have PJ's Creations has a few from us.
Eric and Amanda are awesome. I'm tight with them, at least on the social apps. But I hope to meet them sometime soon.
Yep. Kevin with Bleeding Moon has one. We got Moose. Moose has a couple from us.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So TikTok's, we don't go live a lot. Every once in a while, we get a wild hair up, say, "Hey, let's go live while we're cleaning rats or cleaning snake tubs." But not like you, where you guys have an actual podcast type thing, which is awesome because it's not on this platform. Everybody runs a podcast on YouTube, and with you guys having the podcast on here, it's awesome because it spreads it out.
Thank you. That was the whole idea, and it was kind of Dread's brainchild to share this education because we get lots of questions on here, and we realized we know some stuff, but then we kind of dawned on us, man,
we don't know anything.
Yeah, and so we're like, let's have experts on from all these fields, and I'm like, well, hey, I know a lot of people. Let's start drumming up, the natives, and here we are in the week 9, 10, whatever this is. Dude, we're booked into November. Like, we are solid. It's been great.
Let me tell you. I'm about to have to put him in a straitjacket. That Joker's got energy, and I love it. He's what everyone needs.
Yeah. We met at Dallas just last month.
Yes.
That's right.
Sorry I couldn't be there.
The energy that he has on here carries over for when you meet him in person.
Yes.
Yeah, financially irresponsible, a little goofy, often inappropriate, but damn good looking. So,
hey, man, I think you just described me.
Right?
Yeah, that was you, Jeff.
Look,
that was you.
Look, me and Reptiler, right? We got it going on. I get my brain twisted out sometimes. Celtic. Here we go. Right. I get twisted once in a while. So
I apologize.
Which I need to actually
Yeah.
kind of shake mine. I got a little stone
right,
wrong.
right.
So.
You guys go to the same barber. That's so cool.
It's called Mother Nature. You need to check it out.
Hey, my grandpa, I think he
You're
went to the
done.
grave with a full head of hair on my mom's side. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think I dodged that one.
I'm losing hair. I got to wear glasses now. I lose hair here and I grow it on my back. I don't know
Yeah,
how
as a
that
man
works.
over 40, you can relate. How about the ears? My God, dude, it's like, oof. It's so
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, Angie will look at me and she's like, we need to trim you up.
More than the audience wants to know. I love it. This is beautiful.
But like you,
Getting
I
the
mean,
kids'
we're good.
plates ready. Okay, Amanda will tap in. She said, getting the kids dinner. I know our show kind of. She's a big cheerleader of ours, and I'm really tight with Eric and the V Unit, and
Yeah.
so I kind of talk to them independently, even, and so she's always got dinner going at this time of day. And I know Eric works damn hard. I see that guy in the V Unit, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to work 18 hours today, and then I'm out of town tomorrow, and that guy is grinding. So hats off to him. He's super cool, and he's making it happen. And I love when they do put up videos with them and their kids and like doing the eggs. And see, my daughter's almost 9, and she loves this stuff too. I mean, just loves it. So
Yeah, I love seeing the kids in it. I mean, you know, that's our future reptile keepers, reptile breeders. I mean, and seeing them being this enthusiastic about it, it just it makes me feel better knowing that the snake community, the reptile community, is just going to keep going.
yeah. Hey, and that's one of my arguments for the zoos. And it was really great, over 50 years ago when they started to do it more humanely. But the people that are hardcore rail against zoos, I'm like, but you don't understand. That little kid on a field trip in 2nd grade might become the next great biologist, or you just never know, or might save an ecosystem in Panama, or just anything. So it piques an interest, and there's a balance between doing it right and humanely and ethically, but also to cultivate intrigue in the new generation. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man.
Right. Hey, and what you just brought up, in talking about our podcast and the show we had last week with, that beautiful young lady, Miss Michaela. When people come to us and say, hey, I want to get a ball python, and that, the first thing we do is say, do your research. Learn about the ball python, learn about the husbandry, everything you need to know. And I mean, she's, as you saw, she took it way above that and, wrote that essay and just really dug into it. And she was ready. When she was ready to pick out her ball python, she was definitely ready for it.
She was.
That is so cool.
Very cool.
I got another Brazilian rainbow boa today. I know Angie. I got 1.2 now, and I'm going to be 2.3 pretty soon. And well, I'll have a lot of babies in a couple years. I'm just saying.
You've heard that story.
You told me that story. You said, did I tell you the story about the rainbow boa I got? And I said no. And you go because I didn't get one.
Get it.
Yeah, it was in her hand.
It was. The card was being passed to the lady when he walked up, and had he been just a few seconds later, I would have had that rainbow boa.
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll do Cash App and FedEx. It'll be fine.
We'll be ready by
We'll
then.
be ready.
Yeah, I'm about 2 years out, and then I'll have a nice rotation for each year after that to give the girls a break. So it should be cool once it gets going. Patience, right?
Yeah. In the time that she was done by it, was that last year or 2 years ago? 2 years now?
It's been a while. Yeah.
But we were expanding. We were having more hatchlings, and we needed hatchling racks. And I was like, it's the rainbow boa, or we need the hatchling racks, and we definitely need hatchling racks because eggs are in the incubator. So that's why she wasn't able to get it back then.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
now, things have changed. Pokey asked about some projects, and we're going to get to that, Pokey. I'm not going to forget that question. We will get to it. I just don't want to jump into it yet. Somebody was asking about what projects you're working or what you got coming. I totally want to cover that for sure. When did
Well, we
you
don't
guys
have any-
start into ball pythons, man? Like, when did you guys first get the bug? Was it independently? Was one of you the corruptor, or like how'd this happen?
Well, it was kind of a mutual thing. I mean, so I was deathly afraid of snakes.
What?
No.
Oh yeah. As a kid, I loved snakes, but as I got older, the fear became real, and I was deathly afraid of snakes. But I loved going to zoos. I loved going to pet stores and looking at them. I enjoyed looking at them behind glass. And Angie was a preschool teacher, and they would always bring the educational animals in, and so she got to handle the snakes, and so I knew she would be able to handle it, and I would get to sit behind the glass and watch it and enjoy it that way. So for her birthday, I was like, I'm going to buy her a ball python, and it's to be best of both worlds. She's going to be able to handle it, she's going to be able to clean it, she's going to be able to feed it, everything, and I get to sit there and watch it.
Oh,
And that's
you were
how-
so wrong.
And that's how it
Yes,
started.
He was very wrong. That's how it started, though.
And the first night, we'll show off the girl that we first got. I mean, she'll never leave us. She's a spider complex. We knew nothing about, we didn't do the research like we tell people.
Yeah, we didn't do our research.
And it's spider complex. There's absolutely nothing wrong with her. And we could talk a little bit about spider complex, later on if you want to, because I can rant about that.
Good. I like rants.
But so we got her set up in a vivarium type thing, and it was in her office at the time, and we walked into the living room and kind of just let her settle down. And I was sitting there and I was like, there's something I want to change in her vivarium. So I went back into her office, and I lifted the hide off of her, and I was so scared. And here she is. She was probably, I don't even know if she was 200 grams at the time. And I was so scared, and she was just balled up. She was more scared of me. And I picked her up, and I put her in both my hands, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm holding her. And I'm reaching down, and I'm moving things around. And I set her down real quick and put the hide back on her. I go running into the living room. I was like, I just held her. And that's how it started. And then I just started getting more desensitized and just more comfortable with them.
That's awesome. How long ago was this? How long you guys been at this? I mean, from that beginning pet as a gesture of, understanding your spouse and supporting her interest. When did you guys first start breeding some? And then also, when did you make the leap into the operation size you have now?
So we started to 2016. That's kind of when we started what we call Celtic balls. Now at that time it was just a hobbyist thing. It was just picking up a few snakes here and there. And as you guys know, you buy one snake and then a week later you have 20 in your house, right? And,
Yeah.
That's almost correct.
And that's
Yeah.
what it was, just hobbyist. But we were buying hatchlings at the time. And we would watch YouTube videos, and we would see people doing egg cuttings and showing locks and all that, and we were like, man, we can do something like this. But again, at the time, our babies were hatchlings, and we needed 2 years for them to grow up and that.
2 or 3 years. Yeah.
So we went out and bought one breeder size female, and we gave it a try. And I tell you what, the first time we put the male in, I swear to God, an X-rated film was being filmed inside that tub.
That's a good male.
And
He was a good male.
and we were actually we were like looking up at the tub. We're like, that shit ain't legal.
Chicky pow
What
pow.
the hell is he doing?
Yeah, we were embarrassed.
Can he do that?
We were looking at it sideways, and then sideways, and we were like, "Oh my God, I need something to cool me off. I need a drink."
Yeah, sit back with a martini.
Neither one of us
Okay
smoked.
then.
Oh, man, we
Well,
went downstairs. We lit up a cigarette.
Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah,
sang
we were
it.
like,
I was
"Whew,
yelling,
I
you
feel
gotta
so
sing
much
it."
better now.
Golly, dude, that's
and
hilarious.
so that was our first experience. Yeah, we had no clue what was going to happen when we threw that mail in. And he put her in a chokehold. He was pulling her hair. I mean, he had her up against the side of the tub. I mean,
That's
it
what
was
I'm
crazy.
talking about.
But
That's
she
what
had-
I'm talking about. Turn the satellite dish, right? Get it in, clear. A little to the right. Get the satellite. Little to the right.
Pause it right there. Make sure
Yeah,
it's a clear screen.
That's what we get for
That
having
is-
clear tubs at the time.
And so we, the first year we had, what do we have? Two clutches.
Two clutches.
2 clutches, and we did a banana phantom clutch, a banana to a phantom, and then we did a butter to a Mojave,
So we got bells.
and we hit bells,
Yeah, bells.
and then
Yep.
from there, from each year on, we've just expanded from there.
Nice.
Super cool.
I saw you bought a collection. Was that in March? That was a large collection. Was that March or May of this
Right,
year?
so we went in business with a guy named Chris Davenport, D's Exotics. He runs the Coco Dude. He does the Coco to go.
We
Oh,
went into
yeah,
a partnership
absolutely.
for 2 years, and at the end of those 2 years, we purchased the entire collection.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So back in March, we brought in a whole new collection to include the 200 we have.
So what are you up to now?
That
as
really
far as
expanded
goes?
us, expanded new projects and we're over, well, total wise, we're over 600.
Woo! How many clutches a year, bro?
So we had 23 this year, but his collection moved twice.
Yeah.
This last year, so a lot of
A lot of
females reabsorbed.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they're going to need a whole season to probably get back into. That's what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong about getting your snakes a little younger, 200, 300 grams, and having them in that environment because they get used to where a different part of the country, let's say, the barometric pressure, the weather systems, the thuds and because they don't hear like we do, but the vibrations of the house, the environment, it becomes less scary when they spend 1,000 grams plus growing with you. They're a lot more receptive to breeding as opposed to, okay, here's a 1,200 gram female, good luck, as opposed to just they can grow into the habits of your care. Do you think that's
Right.
accurate or no?
No, I think it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a great success with ours because we've had them, all these years, and they've never moved. They've been in the same place. Their temperatures are the same. So our side of the business, we produced a lot this year as compared to what we brought in from Chris's because they had moved twice. They came from Florida, then they moved to Kansas, and then over here to Missouri. So
Yeah.
they're adjusting to a lot. But next year, look out.
Yeah, we're probably looking at over 70 clutches next year.
Bro,
Yeah.
when are you going to start pairing? Are you year round? Are you using ultrasound or?
Yeah, we're year round. We just paired up 11 of them the other day, 7 of them locked. But we still have 3 more racks that we got to ultrasound.
Yeah.
So we got 4 female racks, 4 adult breeder female racks.
That's nice, dude. That's awesome. Were there any particular genes? Was it Chris you said that the Coco Dude, when you were, was there any projects you were like anxious and excited to take over? Or was it more, was there anything in it that drove you to say, oh my gosh, I want to take over this whatever project from him? Or was it just part of the deal and arrangement? Or I don't need details. I'm just curious, kind of leading into what projects you're doing.
So Chris set us up very well. Chris had a very high end collection. We had a hobbyist to a low high end collection. We brought in a very high end collection. We work a lot of NR Mandarin. He brought a lot of NR Mandarin over.
Nice.
Desert Ghost, Typo.
A lot of double, triple visual type stuff.
Yeah.
Zebra.
Yeah, we have zebra now.
And cantaloupe.
I don't know a lot about cantaloupe. What? Tell me about it.
Oh,
So
it's gorgeous.
Cantaloupe came out of, and we'll show her off in a little bit. Cantaloupe came out of Canada from NKB or
DPR.
DPR.
Oh, I like them. I like
DPR is
that
the one
stuff.
that you see in front of the camera. Yeah, NDK is the one that actually has the animals.
So the Cantaloupe project, we have a gene called Tragic, and Tragic is a very, very dark morph. And I did a video on our YouTube channel about it. And Chris brought that over from Africa in 2017. And it's still a work in a project still in work, or a work in progress, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
takes like 10 years, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Are you still
tried to
working
make
towards the
supers
super
last
on
year,
it?
but
I'm sorry, say again. I cut
so
you
we
off.
tried to make the super last year, and she.
Okay.
Yeah, we tried to make the super last year, but she reabsorbed.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Man.
but we can show off. Usually I kind of compare just a tragic to a normal, and you guys can see the difference. And then I'll do a tragic to a tragic leopard to just a regular leopard, and it is just amazing the difference.
In the color.
Flawless Exotics works it as well.
Really? Yep. They're very
they
cool.
got
They're
into
really inspirational people. I like their YouTubes. They're really down to earth and transparent. I know they got their start up in the Crusty game, and it was cool to see them evolve.
Right.
I hope I get to meet them. I do. I think they're really approachable, at least from what I can tell on YouTube. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I like them.
Yeah.
They absolutely are.
Yeah.
They're very sweet people.
But when they've in shows, all they do is bring their cresties. They don't bring their ball pythons.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
I did not know that. I would not have guessed that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll if you guys go to Tinley, they'll be there, but it'll just be their geckos.
Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I won't make Tinley. I'm going to get up to St. Louis, NARBC. I'm going to do a live from there. I'm from there. I'm going to go up there and visit family and stuff. So I'll be at the St. Louis one. Dread's going to be at Pomona in January. We're going to do a live from there. I really would like to get to Tinley. And I really wanted to go to Atlanta. But it just couldn't happen.
Yeah. Now, have you guys heard? How did Bob's show turn out? Was it very positive?
I understand it was really good.
We know
The lives that I saw and the general consensus, the after talk about it was really packed. It was really good. It was a good looking venue, lots of space. They made the aisles really wide, and it seemed like it was a big hit. As far as people's sales, I don't know. I haven't heard, but generally a positive vibe after it. I know after the first NARBC, when it moved to Dallas from Arlington, people were kind of like, after the fact, like, oh, that sucked compared to the old one. The old one was way better. So this Dallas, the one I went to recently, where I got to hang out with you guys, I understand there was a lot more positive opinion of it as it went down and after the fact. Sales weren't as high as I heard as some people expected, but the exposure was good, the vibe was good, the vendors were a good assortment, and people it seems like it's going the right direction. Moving from Arlington, which was kind of a, I don't know, it's just a classic. It was just one of those ones.
The first year was better for us.
Yep.
But we did very well. Or the spring show. I always say the first year. The spring show was very well for us. We did very well there. This year, it was in the toilet. We had to take a break from that show. We will be down there to support everybody and show up, but we won't vend it anymore.
Dallas, you guys were freezing a little bit.
Yeah.
I was getting okay. What other shows you got? I saw their dude. I saw that Plant and Reptile Expo that was in Denver recently. Dave Kaufman was there. In fact, I think I got us a lychee guy for the show from that. I've talked with him, and that was a pretty cool looking show, albeit small, but really great looking visually. And they're coming to Kansas City. Are you guys doing that one?
Yes,
we did
Yeah.
get into it. So
Nice.
Troy and his group of guys that he's working with are very they're trying to make it very diverse, and they're only a few bottom, and luckily enough we were able to get into it.
Okay, so they had a small list. You said you're vending Tinley,
Are
is
we
that
still
right?
breaking up?
Yeah, it's breaking up a
Yeah,
little
we
bit,
did.
guys. I don't know if there's anything we could do. How's the wait list there? I've heard
unless
horror
we-
stories of 8 years.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah, so luckily enough, Chris with these exotics already had booths. So he's taking his cocoa and we're bringing the snakes. So that's how we were able to
that
get
is
in.
awesome. That is awesome. That's how season tickets field level at the Packers games are. They hand them down through generations, I understand.
Yeah.
So that's how the Tinley tables are, man. That's so freaking cool. That's great to get a foot in because it's a brutal wait period. That's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
We already had our own tables for Dallas, and we had our own tables for St. Louis. Tinley was the only one that we didn't have, and thankfully Chris had that in the bag. So
Yeah. But so next weekend we'll be at Springfield, Missouri.
no, Saturday,
Or this weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend coming up.
Saturday.
Tomorrow.
We'll be at
huh?
Springfield, Missouri. Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll be down there, and then our next show won't be until Tinley, and then when we come back, then we'll hit the St. Louis show, and then after that in December we'll hit the All American Reptile Implant Expo.
Oh, that's when it is. I didn't know the new KC shows in December, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Dude, you guys have got a gauntlet right now. That's one a month or every 3 weeks or so, 3 or 4 weeks. That's a lot of traveling.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But luckily enough, with us being in Kansas City, we're kind of 8 hours pretty much from everywhere, unless we go out to California or out to Atlanta. But the Dallas, the Tinley, we're 8 hours from it, so it's nice. We're right in the middle.
We did Tennessee last Christmas.
Yeah, we went out to Nashville last Christmas.
And did a show out there. We'll
Cool.
do Louisiana.
And we've done Louisiana.
So
Iowa.
Neurofy
Iowa.
Yeah.
in the comments with Neurofy Exotics. That's Krista. That's the host of Trap Talk on Sundays. Girls Who Love Reptiles, and she's going to be at Springfield, and
Yep.
she's going to see you guys at a couple of shows. So that's pretty cool. Seeing all this come full circle.
Yeah. We spoke with her. Was it the last Springfield show? I think it was.
No, I think it was Blue Springs.
Was it Blue? Yeah, we got to speak with her. The shows run together, but we did hook up with her at one of the last shows and was able to talk with her and that. So
That's awesome. The people are asking, what do you have in VPI Xanthic? Oh, she was at KC Cold Blooded when she hung out with you guys.
okay, yeah, that was the Overland Park show.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So
the
what's
VPI
next?
You said?
Yeah, someone's asking, do you have any VPI Xanthic?
We have a few. We do run the VPI line. We did VPI G stripes this year.
Mhm.
So we get the double visuals on that. We got VPI clown. Oh my gosh,
I know. It was one gene we were never going to do.
yeah. It was what, like Angie said, it was one gene we were never going to do, and then we kind of prior to getting Chris's collection, we got to pick through a collection as a lady was selling it, and that's how we got into the Xanthic.
Well, they're not really all that cool. I've driven to Kansas City before, and I'll just drive up there and help you guys out if you don't want them. It's cool.
Yeah, I'll feed them I can feed some. Just we got rack space.
How far north?
Well,
Funny. That's funny.
What's your farthest
We
north
do
show?
have a-
Someone's asking.
What's that?
the farthest north. What show do you been? Chicago, Tinley?
Tinley,
Chicago,
yeah.
Tinley. We're gonna do Nebraska. That's on our list, and we'll go all the way up to Minnesota.
Oh wow.
We'll find out some shows up there, but we plan on going up to Minnesota.
I thought I heard in Nebraska you can only sell corn snakes. They wouldn't allow anything else to vend.
See, and that's weird because we
No,
tried.
I'm kidding you. The corn huskers. I'm kidding you. College football joke.
Kind of like your Chicken Hawks T-shirt.
Yeah. Hey, I'm an NFL fan. I like lots of teams. I've been watching NFL since '85 religiously, and I like a lot of teams for a lot of reasons. I'm not a homer. What can I say?
Well, we need to get you a Chiefs T-shirt then.
Hey, I was at Arrowhead last year, but I was rooting for the Finns. That didn't turn out so good, and it was a little cold. Me and Abby went to that game, bro. We went up there. I was field level, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, that negative 25 before wind chill. That was something. That was something else.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do we want to start showing off some snakes?
Yeah, show off some stuff, and then
Roll
at some
with it,
point
yeah.
we'll have some people in the box. I'm sure you guys will get rocking and roll and tell us about your projects. People definitely want to, see what you're up to and hear about what you're planning for next year. If you can share that, so whatever you guys are up for.
What do you want?
I'm going to actually start off with the Super Mandarin. A lot of people have heard about the Mandarin and are interested in the Mandarin. The single gene Mandarin form is it's very. You can get one that is very orange, or you can get one that looks kind of normalish. We do have some Super Mandarin stuff. And another thing with the Mandarin is, for us, the key to it is to put hypo into it. Hypo just kind of pulls out the oranges a little bit more. So a lot of our Mandarin stuff is either visual hypo or het hypo. And if we send a test out and it does not come back het hypo, we end up selling it off. Just because we want hypo into our Mandarin stuff. There's a Super Mandarin right here. Up one. That over, yeah. Is that Super Mandarin? Yeah.
And I know some people are leery. Mandarin prices are high, and
Right.
there's some people out there that aren't always the most honest. And so to get that NR Mandarin line, you really got to kind of pick and choose your breeder to make sure you're getting the best quality. So that's
Right.
cool that you guys are focusing on a certain look for your Mandarins that'll kind of carry your name, I'm hoping.
Absolutely.
So this is a Super Mandarin, and this one is a lower expression. But then I'm going to show you another Super Mandarin that's a higher expression.
Does the Mandarin do that to the black pattern? It almost looks a little bit Desert Ghost almost.
So the Super Mandarin, a lot of times it will wipe out the alien heads.
Okay.
You get the alien heads without the eye holes, the keyholes.
Yeah, okay.
And I know this is not the best lighting.
Yeah, it is tough compared to real life, isn't it? The cameras, they just don't always bring it through. It's not easy.
So
Is that a
that
female?
is this is a female. Yep.
Have you bred her before?
No, she'll be breeding. She's probably about 1,200 grams right now.
Yeah.
She might go later on this year. She's in our last female rack. That some of them will go this year, and then some will go the following year. So it's a possibility. If she starts growing follicles, she eats real good. She could still go for us this year.
How often do you, for my own selfish curiosity and knowledge, which we like to share with everybody, How often do you ultrasound? Do you have a little physical clue, a behavior clue, or something that makes you go, huh, let's see where she's at? Or is it just a calendar date that you do it on?
Well, a lot of it is like you said, is kind of watching them. If they start bull wrapping, if their feeding frenzy gets a little higher, they want to eat. They're very food aggressive. That's a good sign that they're building follicles. And again, like I said, coming up on the cool side of their tub, bull wrapping. They're trying to cool down because they're building follicles. But we will go through all 4 tubs and just start ultrasounding, and just to kind of see if girls are building. And then we use Husbandry Pro. We'll go mark it down, which ones are growing. And then the girls that haven't started growing, we'll let sit for a few months and kind of watch them again, and then go back and ultrasound them. But the girls that are building, we'll ultrasound once a month.
Gotcha. Where do you pair? 10 millimeters, 20? Where do you start when you see that?
Usually about 10-ish. 10 to 15 is when we start pairing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, you can pair sooner than that, but you have a chance of overusing your male.
Yep. Gotcha.
So, we want like 4 locks, 3 or 4 locks, and that's what we want from our male.
How many girls does your male see typically? When you got a stud male, how does he see? 3, 4, 10?
No, we won't go above 4 or 5.
Okay.
Ours are scheduled for 3 this year.
Most of them are scheduled for 3 this year. There's 1 or 2 that are scheduled for 4. But other than that, we won't push them any farther than that.
Yeah. And see, I think this is great information. Like, a lot of people would ask that. We get asked this stuff, and
All the time.
I don't have it all committed to memory, right, Dred? This is
Right.
good stuff that people in the chat and that are listening or passing through. This is, it gives you a base of knowledge to go, okay, they do it this way. And then you hear that again over here, and then you hear it again from over here, and you start to kind of stick and go, when I'm going to produce, this is what I'm going to do. So, it's really good to hear what you guys do as a procedure. And I'm a fan of Husbandry Pro. I was on the fence about Clutch or Husbandry Pro, and I watched the Harbins on Clover's, Alvaro. I watched his YouTube the other day, and he had the Herp and Harbins on there. And they went over in depth about it. And I'm sold, and I've played in Husbandry Pro free. You can only have 5 animals, and the price point is better. And the really great thing that takes it above and beyond for me is that you can have multiple species. You can have different species in Husbandry Pro. I added Brazilian Rainbow Boa was not in the drop down, but I entered the Latin name and I started creating my library on them. And
There you go.
that's so great because you can't do that in Clutch. Clutch is ball python only. It runs a little bit more. It's more seamless to shed testing, but I think the other benefits of Husbandry Pro outweigh it from what I've seen. I am by no means an expert, but I am dabbling. And people are like, well, what about the price? Oh, what does it cost? Dude, $75 for a year. I haven't really met anybody. I haven't asked like Bob Vu, like what he uses. I don't know at that level, but everybody else who's heads and tails above me, for God's sake, and below, $75 a year gets it for a long time. You don't really need to go to the next price level for quite some time. Do you guys find limitations? Are you hitting the ceiling on it? Are you still in that mid-range or what?
We're doing well on it. We've in fact added our boas in there, our bloods are in there. So our carpet pythons in there.
Carpets?
Yeah, I've got a carpet, a retic, a berm.
But those are just pets. But we will never breed those.
Baby.
Yeah, we mainly it's ball pythons, boas, short tails, and we have a pair of Dominican boas, and we're getting a pair of Madagascar hog noses.
Okay. I pretty much love everything Madagascar creates, man. That island is freaking magical. God, I don't know what can't not come out of there. It's so cool.
Yeah. So we found out, as everybody knows, the ball python market is oversaturated. If all you're doing is ball pythons and you go to a show, a lot of people just walk by your booth. But if you have other stuff on your booth, it's to attract people. And we can go all into vending, how Angie and I operate. But the more you have on your booth, the different species, you're to attract different customers and more customers.
That's what I hear from all the big dogs, yourself included. Diversity.
We're getting that diversity across the board.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we got into the bloods. That's why we got into the boas, and just to help out bringing people to the booth.
And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, now the bloods, they're nasty. I mean, they are. Oh man.
Did you get lit up the other day? Is that right? Did I infer that correctly?
Yeah. We call her Lilith.
Yeah.
She is a mean B word. She is mean.
She's mean.
Is that a tip of the hat to Niles Crane's wife?
She's nasty.
She's nasty.
And we had to clean her tub, and I suited up. I had armor on. I had a hockey helmet on. I was like, okay, I'm going in and getting her. And sure enough, I pulled open that tub. I reached in, I grabbed her, put her in a holding tub. I was like, whew, that went good. Let's clean her tub, right? But without thinking about it, now she's sitting in this tub, and I have to grab her again and put her back in her home.
She's been thinking while she's in that tub.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I reached back in and grabbed her, and she started flailing. And then she turned around, and I had a hoodie on. I had big old welding gloves on, and I had a hoodie on. And she got me right on the elbow. And oh my God, I was.
Those gloves didn't fool her. She used those heat pits, boy. She got.
Yeah, it felt like I got hit by a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hit hard.
Yeah.
Moose likes Huggies. Moose, I'm more of a Pampers guy, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Moose.
Hell, Moose.
Yeah, diversity is key, man. People that have been in the breeding ball pythons for 20 years commercially, they're even expanding and doing other stuff and say that's the way to win right now.
Yeah.
And the other lesson was you got to focus less. So let's say instead of having 10 cheap ball pythons and breeding them, have 3 expensive ones to make it worth your while, reduce your food costs, and focus. And we learned that. He was in the chat earlier, Kyle Hoffman. He kind of blew our mind. What, Dreads? It's been about 3 months now.
Yeah.
Our mind just exploded. And everywhere we go, we kind of ask and just get everyone's input on it. And man, feed them smaller meals more frequently, diversification of species that you're hoping to do and keep and breed, and then more money on less snakes is like really kind of a good recipe right now in this market to stay relevant. I mean, you guys sound like you're subscribing to that. Is that true?
Yeah. And luckily enough, we the Missouri Rattery helps us out tons.
I love David. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, we breed our own rats, but we do not breed enough to feed our collection. And so David comes up, and initially we were feeding every Friday. Every 7 days we were feeding. And that price kept going up and going up. And
well, it's
not because David's price going up. The price was going up. Hatchlings were coming, so we were using a lot of our rat fuzzies. So now we're having to buy, weans and smalls and mediums to feed these balls.
Yep.
We could have grown them up if we didn't have the hatchling. So our prices were jumping. And so we decided to start feeding every other week.
But their feeding response is so much better when they're doing every other week because they're digesting that animal before they're getting that second one in. It takes 10 to 14 days to digest the one that they've got. So if you're pushing another one in on top, they're not having time to digest the one that's in there. So when you go every other week, their feeding response is so much better. We're having fewer and fewer each week
that are refusing.
that are refusing.
Yeah.
So there, I could count out of all these 10, 11, 12 racks, the amount on one hand of who's refused. So
And mostly it's because they were in shed.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome advice, I think, for anybody trying to grow their collection. And I mean literally physically grow it, not just the number of snakes they have.
Yeah.
Actually grow them.
And we have not noticed any decrease in weight. They're just as healthy. Even the girls that laid eggs, that got back onto food, they've gotten their size back. And that's with every other week feeding.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, are you rats only? Are you mice? Are you frozen ASF? Are you quail? What do you use?
So we primarily start with rat fuzzies. As soon as they get in the hatchling tub, we usually give them about a week after they shed.
Yep.
Offer them a rat fuzzy. We'll offer it twice. If they don't take it twice, we'll throw a mouse hopper in there. That mouse hopper does something. It pisses them off. It's constantly up in that snake's face, and they strike it and eat it. Usually after a couple mouse hoppers, they'll switch right back over to a rat fuzzy. But primarily, we start rat fuzzies. We want to get them on rats as soon as possible.
But we do feed rats. We do feed mice. We don't do ASFs because they're not legal here.
Yeah.
The quail we have used on the Dominican boas.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, majority is live rats,
Yep.
and then the boas, the bloods, the berm, and the reed tick is all frozen thawed.
Okay, yep. Breeding your own and stuff is its own hassle, but boy, live is great. I mean, I'm a fan of it. It's easier. You don't have to thaw it and deal with all that yucky water and just tong them in there by the tail, boom and go.
Right.
I mean, so much easier.
Right.
And you know how you take care of your rats. You know what they're feeding on. You know how healthy they are. You know how clean their bedding is. So you know what your animals are getting.
Yep.
And so that's why we like it.
What kind of Burmese do you have? If someone wants to know.
Hypo berm. And she's what about 12 feet long?
Yeah.
Probably about 12 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're only breeding. You have plans to breed the blood. Is that right? The bloods or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have two breeder size females right now
The rest of
that
them
will
are
be
seven.
going this year, and then the rest of them are juveniles, and they'll be ready in another year or so.
Okay. Well, let's see
So
some
I think-
snakes. You guys got some favorites you want to show us? Everyone loves snakes on camera. Take your time and show us whatever you want to show us and tell us about. Favorite projects, whatever you like.
Run with it. Run with it, right? Do what y'all want to do. I mean, like kids in a candy store.
The monsoon. We're doing monsoons this year. Of course, in our mandarin. The zebra is going to some females this year. Cantaloupe is not big enough yet, so hopefully
Okay.
next year.
Y'all didn't wind up with any of that gorilla that he had, did you? Up in Canada? Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just save that one.
Yeah. I got it.
So I was talking about
Fred's over
getting
here
the-
being Geraldo Rivera asking the hard-hitting questions. Jesus.
Well, hey, the first time I seen him show that I'm like, okay, there's something with that project, that gorilla stuff. So
Which project?
Yeah.
Gorilla.
Oh, the Gorilla Project. Yeah, we get to pick that up in Tinley.
we'll keep that on the quiet. Keep it on the quiet.
Uh-oh. Careful, Dred. Someone's going to sleep on the couch tonight, and it's not Angie. Careful.
See what happens when I leave the room.
I know.
Hey, that's why it's naughty business, because you don't know who's going to get in trouble or what matches are going to be made.
Sometimes we talk about fluffer males. Sometimes we have people get in the box and show us their balls. And sometimes we get the husband in trouble. I mean, you just never know. It's always borderline inappropriate, and it's fun and educational. That's the whole shebang. I love it.
So I was talking about getting the hypo into the Mandarin.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Okay.
You don't see those in the market a lot. I mean, that's going to end up being kind of a calling card for you guys, yeah?
Yeah. So this is a Inchy Calico Yellow Belly vanilla hypo Mandarin.
That's a gene salad right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
We did get our hands on the scrambler as well.
Gorgeous. Oh, you throw some
Scrambler's
scramblers
killer. I love if I had the money to, I would like to, I like Cypress. I like super chocolate hypo, and I do like a few of those jeans out there that are kind of up and coming. They're just.
You want to do script? I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Scrambler's a great one.
Yeah, I'll show you the scrambler real quick while she's gone. I think this is her down here. Yeah. So earlier I was talking about, I can rant about the spider gene.
Yeah.
Because we only have one spider that has a little bit of head wobble. I believe the spider gene, the head wobble within the spider gene, is caused by stress. Now, I know it's because the inner ear, they've proven that the inner ear is kind of closed off, and that's what causes it. But I think when you see a spider that has a severe case of head wobble, I believe it's because that snake is under stress. I don't believe spider. I don't believe any ball python should just be in a fully open vivarium. I think the sides need to be blacked out. The back needs to be blacked out. Of course, plenty of hides, all that other stuff. The spider is one that really needs to be secured. If there's a lot of opening, that snake's to come up and it's to twist down, it's to spiral downwards, and you're going to see the head wobble. But we work 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably have 4 or 5 spiders, and only one of them has a slight head wobble.
Okay.
So, there was a kid on YouTube several years ago that rescued a spider. The spider was very mistaken care of. It was in bad shape. It was stressed out. And that's the spider he showed, and that's what caused the big outrage on the head wobble, because of that video. That one video caused it all. Again, we work a few spiders, and we only have the one. So this is a Super Orange Dream Fire Inchy Yellow Belly Calico spider scrambler.
Whoa.
Wow.
Look
I don't
at
think I've seen that in your
Gorgeous.
collection, in your photos. That's
Oh.
really nice.
Whoa. It looks like you just put some frosting right down that cake.
Yep. Yeah.
And just,
She's got the oranges.
yeah, that is awesome.
And this is another one that came out of Canada. This came out of the DPR
Yeah.
collection. Yeah.
I messaged with them some when he had that basement flood about a month ago. He said the
Yeah.
animals ended up okay. He lost a lot of equipment, but the animals were okay.
And that's the main thing. You can replace the equipment. I know it sucks. It costs a lot of money, but you can replace the equipment.
It's better than 2 or 3 years growing up again to even get back to where you were. I mean,
Yep. So this is the cantaloupe gene that we were talking about earlier. This is an Inchy cantaloupe het hypo.
it's really got a golden gloss down its spine.
That does.
Right. And then right there,
Yeah, you can see that, the cantaloupe.
it's cantaloupe color. And that's why they call it the cantaloupe.
It's almost like an orangey version of the sugar. Is that calico? Is that true? Would you say that's fair assessment or no?
Yeah. You're. I never thought of that, but yes, It's almost like the blushing of the calico, but you have the cantaloupe color instead of the white.
Yeah. I can't say I've seen cantaloupe a lot, so forgive me. I'm not super knowledgeable on it.
It's nobody. That's kind of one of them. No one really knows what's the potential is yet.
Right. So we know what we're putting it to. She's still a year off before she starts breeding.
So cantaloupe mandarin's probably in the works, I'm sure.
We're going a different route with her.
Yeah, maybe different. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but that's your
Zebra.
cantaloupe queen. Yep. You want to get
That's
the
awesome. I
I
love
know
when
it
people
needs to
have
go. With that. I know it needs to go with that snake.
Zebra. What?
We won't say it.
Now I'm gonna grab this bitch.
Right? We won't let it out no more.
This one's mean too. But again, another spider, and I know I'm showing a lot of spiders, but it just shows you can have spiders that can be good breeders, and they don't have the head wobble.
But
So
you know
this-
what? There's some super cool snakes. I mean, the pattern spider, right? You got spider with it. That's some of the craziest, coolest stuff you've ever seen.
They're beautiful.
What it does with, they are.
Yep. So this girl's actually in shed, but you were just talking about some of the patterning, and so she's a pastel inchy calico spider.
Yeah. Definitely. My friend of mine hit it, and I missed it, and I should have got him, but we was kind of hesitant, still learning about the spider thing. She hit a calico bamboo spider. That was one of the coolest snake. And at the time, I only think there was two. One had sold right on Morph Market. That was a cool snake, and I was like, I wanted it so bad, but.
So you said say those genes again.
Bamboo calico spider is what she threw together, and she had all three in it, and a male. Super cool snake.
Right on, guys. We at 25K.
Yeah, he looks similar to that, right? Yes, similar.
That gold
So
color, awesome.
this is a bamboo spider inchy sugar pastel.
Yeah, beautiful. I was blown away by that.
It looks
Beautiful.
like gold leaf, like you would put on a cake or something, like
Absolutely. Look at that head pattern too. Yeah. I just like their looks. I really do. I still like the look Spider can, bring to the table, but you're right.
Yeah.
People are hesitant. We've been hesitant because of that. And I get it.
Yeah.
But you've really worked with it and paid a lot of attention and trying to just, clear up some of these this misinformation that really what it is. And we try to clear that. We try to talk about that too, that
Yeah.
if
Yep.
your animals aren't stressed, if everything's zen, you should be good.
Right. If the animal is comfortable, her head was just up and it was steady as can be. The
She's fine.
shaking was me. It wasn't her.
Yeah, she was fine.
Yeah. So this is a super pastel hypo zebra.
There's some zebra. That's really cool.
oh wow, yeah. Somebody was asking about zebra.
Zebra.
Wow, that's so cool. The zigzag down the back, how it flips from side to side down the lateral
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
without a spine connector. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's the super pastel hypo zebra.
Yeah, but zebra's gaining in popularity and it's hardly out there. That's so cool you're working with it. There should be a great market for you on zebra.
Yeah. And he'll be breeding for us this year. This will be
Oh,
his.
yeah, he's ready to roll.
That's another one I don't have any experience with or don't see a
And
lot. I see
I
head
thought so.
zebra.
I throw
like-
some zebra. I throw some zebra with some tri-stripe. Throw some cantaloupe in there.
We're thinking Xanic. Throw Xanic into it. Make it a
yeah.
zebra. So that's the right word to go with it is throw the Xanic into it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be super sharp.
Yeah. This is a Chocolate Stranger Desert Ghost Hypo.
Oh, I like that. I'm a sucker for hypo on dark jeans, man. I really
Yeah,
am.
no kidding. No kidding.
I've got one visual hypo, another one will be here shortly. And I kind of chuckled to myself the other day. How can you tell when a hypo is in shed? The mine's going in the shed because he's a little guy. They get more hypo, like they get more frosty.
Yeah, so we produce some hypo. Well, we think they're hypo bananas. Banana is super hard to see if you have hypo in them, and so we're gonna end up having to shed test them because I don't know if they're hypo or not.
Huh?
So yeah, but banana is super hard to tell.
Duly noted.
Let's see what. Let me see. I know she's grabbing some more stuff.
What do you want?
What?
Do you want any of the new babies? Do you want Sunset? What do you want?
We can do Sunset.
Hey, where did you get your card holders? I've got badge holders I'm using right now, but they're kind of small. I have to cut my index cards. Even if I go to
That's what-
QR codes, where'd you get
That's
those?
what Angie does. She prints them and then cuts them.
Oh, well then I'm already doing. Look at me. All right, here we go.
Hey, relax. Remember, relax.
She glues them onto a index card and then cuts them out.
Okay.
Cuts them out. Okay.
Yeah. So here we got a Cypress Trick Clown.
Oh, so I love
Yeah.
Cypress and Clown.
Heck yeah.
I do. Cypress is
I
cool,
like
man.
that. Almost
Yeah.
like it's almost like a caramel.
Yeah, I just love how yellow/orange she is. You know, she hasn't browned out.
Did you say we're working redhead too?
Yep, redhead.
Yep. Redhead and Cypress are like peanut butter jelly from what I see.
Sunset.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I've been putting that on your promos. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice sunset.
That's kept it a contrast. I love that because sometimes Sunset looks a little bland to me, and I miss the contrast. That one's really got great markings.
Yeah, he's really kept, you know, the sunset yellow here that fades up into the orange.
We got him from Leviathan.
And he was produced by Leviathan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like what they do. He's so smart, man. Will, they just...
Man.
God, he's so smart. I do like his like YouTube shorts and his educational stuff, and sometimes just his opinions. I just like to hear him, and kind of grounds me a little bit. I hear some of the stuff he says. He goes, "Oh yeah, you know that's definitely." It kind of just makes your thinking straight if you're trying to really get ahead in the game. And I don't know, he's really good at summing it up. Some people find him dry, but I think he's just really educational.
Yeah, I do too.
You want to show the Xantic G-stripe?
We can show that. I'm going to show.
Here he is.
Okay. Do you want
Oh,
to get.
nice, Jen. That's awesome. Good place to get it from.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there's Sinister. Sinister, we gave you props earlier for planting the seed of the idea for people to show off their Celtic balls here in a little while. So thank you. I want to say thank you to Sinister for that idea. It was her thought, and we thought, what the heck? It sounds great. So ghosty. I like that.
Yeah, it is.
So this is your Super Pastel Xanic G-stripe.
Got a little stuck shut.
But the
size
Super
is so
Pastel wiped out a lot of the G-stripe pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except right there at the tail.
Uh-oh, we're going to have to get Eric on here. Eric. He hates the tiki-taki, so we got to... Hey, Doc.
Okay. Well, since Eric's in here, I'm going to go ahead and show this one off real quick. She's got a little bit of stuck shed, but she's okay. So since Eric's in here, this one's for him.
Oh, no, he's almost home. There you go, Amanda. Screenshot that.
Screenshot it. Oh, look at that belly.
So this is your leopard
Yeah, I
track.
like how that pattern comes under.
Yeah. So that's Leopard Tragic.
Okay.
That's tragic. Okay.
Wow.
You got to
Can
hypo that bad boy.
Yeah, you do.
Right. Can you grab Seamus? So I'm gonna throw up the tragic at the same time. Or I'm sorry, the leopard at the same time.
Oh yeah. Woo.
Big
And that's
difference.
a tragic, Gene.
Does that bring all that baseball glove leather and mahogany color into it like that?
Yeah, in the iridescence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it right there.
Yeah.
Wow. That is super cool.
So you're talking about the banding. So we are working another Dinker project. We're just calling it the Banded Project. And let me grab that real quick. Where's she at? Where's she at? She's down here. So Banded Import. So basically, your normal ball python, but this is a banded import. But you can see how, I mean, it bands all the way into
All
her
the way
belly.
to the belly scales, yeah.
So
Okay. That's gonna be cool to see how this turns out.
yeah. So what we'll she was supposed to go again last year for us. She reabsorbed, so she'll go again. We'll try to get her to go again this year.
So after one reabsorbs, you just kind of wait. You're out there eating good, everything. They're nice up to weight again. As soon as their follicles are where you want them, and then you go ahead and start hooking. Yeah, give her another
So
shot.
I think she's actually building right now. What's she at? Banded import. No, she wasn't building. But we had some that reabsorbed this year that are already building.
Who else did you want?
How many months ago was that, would you say? Just an estimate.
Yeah.
When was our first set of clutches? March. January, February timeframe, March.
That's when they reabsorbed and now they're building again?
They're already building again.
Pretty quick.
So 6 to 7 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, Mama.
Well, I'm on track then with this one. I had possibly reabsorbed, so then
Bailey's Royal Beauties
Few more
is here.
months.
Welcome, Bailey's.
Ah.
Bailey's is super cool. She's been in here liking it. There she is.
Yeah, we love Bailey.
We
love
met
the whole
her. I
family.
met her in Dallas. That was awesome. And her family.
Yeah. So it's a lavender puzzle.
Wow. That is two genes you don't see together.
There you go,
much.
right there,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
no, you don't. I like that puzzle stuff.
Yeah, so lavender puzzle. And
I
then
want to
we-
get into puzzle. I do. I want puzzle. I really do.
And then you got hypo puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that I love hypo puzzle. That one is beautiful to me. I love that, man. That's something I'd love to have in my collection. I don't have any puzzle at all yet.
Yeah. So this is the only two puzzles we have.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey, when you are really gung ho on your favorite projects, how many boys to girls do you have dedicated, either visual or with hats? I mean, are you 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 5? Like, what do you, when you're really into like, oh man, this is what I love this, I'm going to do this. What's your grouping or what do you shoot for, financially possible or whatever it is? Be it
So
cheap
when
or
we started, it was pretty much all hits. We bought maybe 1 or 2 visuals, but it was all hits. But it was a financial thing for us. We
Yep, me
just
too.
couldn't go out and buy the visual stuff.
Same.
And honey, can you bring in what we hit this year with our 2 double visuals? So for Christmas, about 3 or 4 years ago, Angie bought me. So our presents to each other is always snakes. We always buy each other snakes. So for Christmas, she bought me a pastel double het DG clown, and for Christmas, I bought her a pastel double het DG clown.
Yeah.
And so it was a double het to a double het. So we hit a pastel DG.
Beautiful. I love Desert Ghost.
And then we hit a pastel DG clown.
Ooh, that clown, that gray is smoked out in the market.
Yeah, it is.
That face is gorgeous.
Mm.
And the pastel in that didn't ruin the patterns on the side. It really kept some great contrast in those markings.
Right. And the top of her head is super yellow. Because at first I thought that she was a super pastel, but then as she started eating and that, her head was super yellow, so I knew it was just single gene pastel.
Yeah. That's a win. Man, that's nice.
So that was our double het to a double het. I mean, we hit the double visual, and then we hit a DG. So
Can't complain about that. Those are both excellent patterns. I love those.
Cha-ching.
What's that?
I said cha-ching, cha-ching. That's
yeah.
cool. That was super awesome.
Yeah, as soon as we cut that egg, we were like, oh my God, we did it.
You did it.
Yeah, so of course that's not going anywhere. Can you bring the other one that we just picked up from Jason? So we just sent a shed test in on this one. So we bought this one from Kittinger, and he said it's possible het hypo. So we sent the shed test in, or we gave it to Charlie down at Dallas, and he replied to us last week, 2 weeks ago, and he was like, it came back het hypo.
That was awesome. The hat and mustache was a victory right there. That was great.
Right there. It was perfect timing.
It came back hypo.
So it did come back hypo. So now it's a double visual het hypo, and I'll show you him in a minute.
Who'd you say you got him from again?
Kittinger.
Kittinger. Okay.
Jason.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys like acid stuff?
I've done a little.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the hat and mustache missed.
Oh, did I miss it?
I don't know. I don't know if it retains it or not. Oh, I was hoping it was there. There's sunglasses. There's a crown. There's a hat and mustache. There's some funny ones. That's why I like this platform, man, because no one was doing something scheduled, and it's just so much more interactive with the public, and you get questions, and you kind of, it helps drive the conversation. And then, there you go.
There it is, socially.
And it's just more fun than Instagram and then YouTube. It's just so weird. To me, I like it.
Yeah. So this is a hypo puzzle. Or, I'm sorry, a hypo acid.
There you go. Yeah, look at them blobs. Wow.
Yeah, I've got a Confusion OD. I wound up with a Confusion OD female from a buddy of mine. Traded him some rats, right?
Uh-huh.
So did he confirm that for sure? The acid confusion are the same, but with some. Do you know?
Acid confusion and acid confusion. There's three of them.
Static.
And static.
Static. That's okay.
Yeah, they're all the same thing, and I believe shed testing has proved that out.
He proved that. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah. I have her, and I think she's gonna go with my hypo mail that I have coming.
Okay. Yes.
Dude, I love that.
So this is a Inchy DG clown that's het hypo.
Oh man, I love that.
That's my jam. Visually,
I
for
love
me.
those how that dorsal is. Wow. Yeah.
You want to grab Dogda?
Yeah.
So
But they also cleared up some of that DG confusion, didn't they, recently?
right. I think they rushed it. It's coming back now. It's recessive or a het. The ABCs, and they were talking about the what was it? The A was the strongest, or A was the one that was showing the visual hets, and I think it's all cleared up now.
Okay, I think that's the last I heard that it was. I just for sure you probably heard more than I have on it, so I think we're going to talk to one of them at some point on here.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they sold off their DG stuff after that. They were like, I don't want to work DG stuff. We held on to our DG stuff. We were like, we still love it.
Well, yeah, because it sounded like you was going to have to shed test everything to know what you had, to know what to put together, so you'd get the visual what you want.
Right. And it's a good thing we held on to it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, I love DG.
So last year we did a lot of Kodam stuff, or 2 years ago we worked a lot of Kodam stuff, and because a lot of people are like, well, Kodams, they're just Kodams. You want the recessives, you want the double visual, triple visual, and all that. We're like, well, look, we're gonna make a Kodam that's gonna blow your mind. So we had we put a
chocolate pinstripe.
Okay, go ahead.
Pastel chocolate pinstripe to an acid blitz yellow belly granite pastel. Boy.
Wow. Whoa. It's a monsoon.
Right?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So this is a super pastel.
Yeah.
Acid blitz, chocolate yellow belly, granite pinstripe.
That's right. Socially tickle me pixel. I know it. That is
Wow.
wow. I want to just come over there and play with that ball.
Yeah. Make sure you put
Let
your gloves on.
Let me hold it.
Easy, Dread.
Yeah.
That's a married man there. I don't know.
Wow, that snake is badass.
So we hit the super pastel version. We hit a single gene pastel version that we sold, and then we hit a super pastel version without the blitz, or without without the blitz or without the acid? One of them, without either acid or blitz. But yeah, but we're just showing, hey, you can make some cool stuff with Kodams. It doesn't have to be a recessive game.
Right.
There
Do
you
what
go.
you like. Keep putting them together if that's what you like doing. Right. If it visually makes you happy, and just like what do they say? It's a paint job.
Right.
The paint. It's art. Change the paint. You know.
Yeah. Make something that you enjoy, and that's what we always.
Do you want
You can sit down for a second. That's what we always tell people is don't chase other people. Don't chase your Justin Kabolka.
Yeah.
Don't chase Bob Vu. Don't chase Ozzy. Let them inspire you and see what they're making, but make what you want to make. Do what makes you happy.
Be like Pollock and get out there and just throw it together, and what comes out of it. I mean, some of the craziest, coolest stuff you ever seen.
Right.
Y'all are nailing it over there. That's for sure.
We've had some really.
And what's coming in the future is really going to be exciting. Like,
right.
Yep.
Right.
We're excited to see what you do next.
Did you tell him that was the clutch that I didn't want to do?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was the clutch I didn't want to do. I'm not a big fan of pinstripe. There's nothing it's just so dominant that I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this. And that ended up being my favorite clutch all year last year. I loved that clutch. And I was like, am I wrong?
right, pinstripe gets a whole lot of, this and that. And I hear people, oh, that's just a pet store, but you know what? Pinstripe has brought a lot of people a long way. And even though it is dominant, I get that, but they still make some really cool stuff.
It can make some visually stunning stuff, and that's the only reason I had any drawbacks about the pinstripe is it is so dominant, but you can throw some stuff to it that absolutely breaks up the pattern and just makes it explode.
Yeah. Inchy Honey Clown.
I love Enchi. I mean, I love Enchi. I love leopard, just as base patterns. I really do myself.
But the honey gene, it all goes with the name. The coloration of it.
Yep.
Right.
We've had some really great questions in the comments, and then the comments kept rolling in, and they got pushed off. So I'll bring them up. You guys can nail what you want to nail. Someone's asking, do you have a super Mandarin pinstripe you can show?
Yeah.
And then somebody asked, Sun and Moon Reptiles asked about, can you talk more about that? And I believe
They was talking about. She was talking about the genes when he was talking about the recessives.
the ABCD version of Desert Ghost that's been debunked, I believe.
Yeah, some of that too. Yeah.
Have you guys worked with Black Pastel, the Yellow Belly Red Stripe? Have you paired that at all?
We do have the black pastel. We work both black pastel and blackhead. We of course work a lot of the red stripe, the tragic badger. What'd you get?
The Super Mandarin pin. Did they say they wanted to see that?
Yeah, Super Mandarin.
Yeah.
Pinstripe.
Pokey's a Mandarin. He loves the Mandarin. Oh yeah, that's cool.
That black is so crisp on there. Look at the
Yeah.
definition. You guys got some great patterns, man. You guys got some excellent pattern definition.
Yeah.
Clean, very clean.
They wanted to know a little bit more about that DG.
Like I was saying earlier, the tests were rushed. To be 100% honest with you, I don't know the true answers between the A, B, and C's,
Do you want one?
but
of
I
these?
know that they're saying DG is, you got the het version and you got the recessive version, and some might be brighter. Is that some of the het influences might be a little brighter. Like I have this girl here who looks visual DG. Let me see, where is she? She's where the hell is she?
In the mail coming to my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this girl, she's het DG.
Wow. Het, huh?
Wow.
Strong het.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Strong het.
But it's just the head influence coming through.
Yep. Sometimes it's really, really amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's where people were getting mixed up because they were producing stuff like this and selling it as visuals.
Oh.
And it's only a head.
How come some
Okay.
heads are more visually obvious than others, you think?
And that, I believe that goes between that A, B, and C. What do I got here?
Mandarin GHI Cloud.
Okay. Yeah, so that's that DG controversy going on. They're saying some are one of them, and I don't know if it's the A, B, or C, but one of them shows a stronger het. I believe that's kind of what I've heard.
Okay.
I work DG as a recessive. If I put it to another DG and I produce a DG, it's a visual DG, right? If I put a visual DG to a non-DG, it's 100% het. I mean, I work it just like a normal recessive gene.
Yep.
So here we got we did the Mandarin clowns this year, and we threw the GHI in it. They're nice, but I believe they need hypo in it.
Ooh.
But you can see the oranges up in the head.
Big time. On those jaw muscles. Wow.
But that's a GHI Mandarin clown.
Yeah, you hypo that up.
Right.
Yeah, I see. I get it.
Mandarin clown, huh? Wow. That Mandarin's awesome on the head and jaws.
Yeah.
And the neck is
And-
beautiful.
And then we hit a pastel version of it.
brightens it to more of a golden yellow.
Yeah.
Rod.
See, pastel's not bad.
No.
No.
Pastel's
And
not bad.
you have the red in the dorsal stripe, and of course, with the lighting. In person, you see a lot of the red in the dorsal stripe, a lot of the burnt oranges.
Oh yeah, this camera doesn't do it justice, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pastel works well in some combos. In fact, you require pastel in some of them just to make them pop.
Right.
Yep. Totally.
Right.
DG stuff, we like to throw a pastel in or a vanilla. We love throwing vanilla in with DG. Baby, do you want to grab the one of the lavender babies we produced this year?
So those last two steaks you showed us, what direction are you wanting to take those ultimately?
Throwing the hypo into it.
Okay.
Yeah, getting the hypo into it. And we'll see what it does with the hypo. I love acid clowns, maybe hypo acid clown into it. I want to bring those oranges out more. Calico works really well into hypo stuff. Oh, it's in shed.
It's in shed.
Okay, deep in shed. Black pastel.
Oh, okay.
So lavender, black pastel, acid, het G stripe.
Huh. I like what the acid does to the pattern. That's cool. Almost like lightning strikes down the side. The irregularity of it.
Yeah, it is.
But she's
I tell
deep
you
in
what,
shed.
if I was in love with G-stripe stuff, I'd just run over to my buddy's house and just bring his rack to my house because he's dumping all of it right now because he's just getting out. He's getting out, and he's got some really nice G-stripe lavender. I mean, he's got all the jeans you're calling over there with G-stripe. He's got them at his house. That Joker's got a Sunset Mail on Morph Market right now for 800 cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I tried to get Ivante to get it a couple of days ago. I said, Ivante, and everybody's like, get it, Dread. I'm not into Sunset right now. I'm not.
Yeah.
Right? You got to like what you like. Sunset's cool, but
Yeah. And I think Steven and Justin are going the right way with the sunset. We need to get a brighter gene into it, so it doesn't brown out. We want it to continue to pop, and they've thrown Ultramel in it. I don't know if you've seen the Ultramel sunsets, but they're like orange. They're like neon orange, and so
there it is.
So someone's asking about Ultramels now. So we do work at Ultramel projects. I don't know if any of you guys know who Ben Rennick was. So Ben Rennick was a big time breeder here, kind of just outside Columbia, Missouri.
Okay.
The tragic incident. His wife is in prison. He's no longer with us. But we have one of his original Ultramels, and I'll pull him out real quick.
I personally love it. I love Ultramel.
And this boy will never leave us, just because of who he came from.
That history, correct.
Yeah.
Wow, I love it.
So this is an Ultramel Het Sunset.
Het Sunset. Interesting.
Cool. Super cool.
Speak of the double, and Avante shows up. You just
There's
said his
Ivante
name.
right there.
That's awesome.
I was hoping he could still use that in one of his projects because that'd be really cool to see that snake get used for somebody that we know or follow. John, I heard Ultramel is a form of albino. Is that correct?
It is correct.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we have a head Ultramel girl.
We hit the 3-5, 3-5.
Let's go 4-0. Come on, let's go 4-0.
No red eye.
Socially's probably gonna have to get her finger soaked in cider.
Yeah. So this girl, we bought her from Rice Reptiles.
And they make some great stuff.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, so she's an Orange Dream Inchy Leopard Mojave Het Ultramel.
And you can see that het playing through in the colors, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll be ready for us this year. She'll be breeding for us this year.
Nice. That's an unusual snake. That's something
Yeah,
you
it
just
is.
don't
Very
see on the
unusual.
market. You guys got some really great one-offs that are carrying some good genes. Who knows where you're going to go with them? There's some
Yeah.
really cool potential. You guys are just stacking on top of things, but you've got some one-off snakes that I spend way too much time on Morph Market, not just buying, but looking and thinking and planning and watching the market and thinking of pricing and where things fall. And you guys got some stuff that you just don't see out there.
Well, we try to dabble in some of the unusual that we can put with some of the kind of bigger genes like the mandarin and some of those genes.
It's a pastel vanilla desert ghost hypo.
She's a big girl.
Okay.
She's a big girl. She gave us a clutch this year.
That's beautiful. I Hypo and Desert Ghost just do it for me, man. I don't know. I love them.
So she made us quad heads this year.
Nice.
Yeah. So she went to was it a VPI G stripe or a VPI clown?
Clown. I
A
believe.
VPI clown, I believe.
VPI
No,
clown.
no,
That's
just
a good choice.
something like that. So we got quad heads out of her.
William, they're in KC,
Yeah.
You're okay.
Midwest.
You're okay.
And see, that's why we get along so well. I'm Irish. I'm from St. Louis. I mean, we're like state buddies. Oh, speaking of where we're from, Angie, I got a question for you.
Okay.
I'm going to try my best. I hear a little accent sometimes when you talk. Were you from Tennessee originally?
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, man, I was off. I knew I was thinking more southeast and southwest, but I could hear it, and I thought that's kind of a Tennessee, like North Georgia. Oh man, I took a swing and a miss. I tried.
That's okay.
You had the southern part.
San Antone.
San Antonio.
Spot nose yellow belly clown.
I love spot nose yellow belly. I got a few of them in house, man. That's a great thing to work with. That's
I like
killer.
the spot nose over here.
But and what's so funny? Spot nose is so. Everybody wants to wear spot nose. Everybody wants to put spot nose into clown. But you hate on spider. Spot nose is in the spider complex.
Right,
It is.
exactly.
It is.
I got called out on that one too, right? I said, I'm not working spider. And they go, yeah, but you're working genes in it. Oh, I'm aware of that. I'm not hating on spider. I'm hesitant, but I got spot nose and it is so far so good. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people are hesitant, but one of the girls that we have this year, she's got a little bit of a wobble, but she didn't produce not one spider.
Yeah.
Not one spider came out of her.
wow.
Oh.
And like even over here too.
You may want to see if there's some questions before you pull something out.
Okay. I'm
No,
doing
he's good. He's good.
No, he's
Hey,
good.
He's good. There's no script here. We just run with it. We get to the questions.
I'm going to pull a couple more out.
Yeah, after we'll go through a couple more, and then we'll get some people that have some Celtic creations in their collection and give them a little spotlight. You guys can give some of your 2 cents into what made it.
Yeah.
Hear the progress.
There's a hurricane pied.
That is different than acid. It reminds me of it, but yet you can see it. It is definitely different. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just a solid.
Could you imagine a higher white
Pop,
light
yeah.
on that? That's going to be such a good pop contrast.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
So
back
Hurricane Pied. And now I'm going to show you some of the monsoons. Well, one of the monsoons that we're working. Monsoon. Now these are all hets, but you're going to see the het influence come out. Monsoon throws crazy head influence. So this is a Mojave.
It's Mojave monsoon.
Het monsoon.
Het monsoon. Yeah,
And
it
then-
takes the Mojave, the regularity of what Mojave usually is very predictable down the sides. It just turns it on its head, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then it's also het hypo, but yeah. But that's, the monsoon markers coming out.
That's cool. Another one, just you got some
Amazing.
really unique ones, man. That's awesome.
I love it. The sky's the limit, right? I mean, it's where you want to go, where you want it to take you. You know,
Right.
it's not going to end. I mean, look at this with the genetics that are out there, right? It's not going to end. No one really knows where it's really going to go. You're not going to run out of something to work with.
I've
Right.
heard people say shed testing has sped up the industry to light speed compared to what it was. You used to have to like pair them and prove it out, and now shed testing's just put a huge acceleration on the hobby. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you guys think? Do you think it's speeding up? Is that true?
I really do. Now we like the old school. We like to work it and try to prove it out ourselves. Now,
we do shed tests.
but when it comes to hatchlings, you know, and you're selling hatchlings, and you know, you can get one cookie if it's not het, or you can get 100 cookies if it's het. Of course, we're going to get it shed tested.
Right.
Yeah. So
And-
shed testing, we use shed testing mostly on our hatchlings. You know, if they're a 66 or a 50%. I do believe that it's really helping the industry out.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys got glass.
Ah, they got glasses.
but we like going the old school. We still like to throw a het to a head, or you know, a pos het to a visual, and see if we can prove it out that way.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Absolutely.
fun. That's what
Yeah.
we enjoy. We enjoy doing this, and we started this as kind of to supplement retirement when we retire in 6 years, where the business is going, and it'll supplement our retirement. So we still have fun just doing it and playing around. You know, it's not, we don't need this money right now to live on.
Right. Right.
But we have a lot of fun vending and meeting people, and I think that's the best part is when we get to vend and get to meet
Yeah.
people.
But we were talking about today, we had to reorder shirts, and we were like, you know, why don't we just set up our whole booth with t-shirts? Because we just getting out there and talking with everybody is probably the funnest part. We don't, and this is, I'm going to contradict myself because I'm talking about Dallas, you know, where we said we weren't going to vend it anymore. But the funnest part is just getting out there and talking. We don't care if we sell snake. Now, of course, if we go in a hole like we did in Dallas, that does hurt the pocketbook a little bit.
Right.
But the best part is getting out there and just talking to people.
Yeah, I can see that. This is right. That's how we like these hangouts and just being out involved with it. You know, I get that. It's, yeah, obviously the ebb and flow of you're going to a show and not getting, you know, selling or doing what you expect to do.
Right.
Yeah, that's starting to make more sense now the more we're hearing this, you know, from guys like y'all that have vended a lot. But you're right. Do what you do. Just get out there and interact and
It builds your brand. Just because
Yeah,
someone
and just
saw
meet
your
the
stuff on a
people, hang
table
out.
today, then they
Yep.
hit you up in a few months when they got the money and see if you still got that or something similar. It builds a
yeah,
rapport.
yeah, super cool.
I mean, with you guys doing this podcast, and you know, when Phil walked up in Dallas, I knew immediately who he was. I mean, I was like, "There's Phil," and we just struck up a conversation. And I mean, he didn't even need to introduce himself. I mean, he did, but he didn't need to because I knew who he was.
Yeah, well, I felt like I've known you longer than I have, and it all kind of started with that hypo, that female giveaway that you guys did back in like April or May. I think it was April or May. I love that DG hypo. God, I love that female. She was just. I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like, man, I'd want to go that way. And then I've been paying attention to you since.
We appreciate it.
I didn't
Yeah.
start TikTok until like the third week of May. I never touched this app, like literally. So
And I think we've been on TikTok about a year.
Yeah.
But that giveaway was a combination of, I think it was 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. It was 1,000 subscribers on, or was it 2,000? 1,000 or 2,000 on TikTok,
and like 2,500 or something on IG.
and that was our giveaway for it. You know, you guys are out there supporting us. You guys are following us, subscribing to us, loving us. You know, it's time for us to give back to you guys.
yeah, I don't know who did it. Somebody made me a mod on your YouTube channel. I don't know, man. Be careful. I don't know who did that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I
look
was
out,
like,
look
I've never
out.
had that happen.
Hey.
I was like,
But
what?
He'll go rogue on you. Be careful.
But you know, we can give it to you and take it away just as fast.
That's right. Right. See, can strictly keep you reined in, buddy.
Do
My
we-
thing
Hey, I love y'all already. Keeping him reined in.
if you're modded up, it's so much easier to drop your links because we encourage that in our chat. We want people in there that are going to drop their links. That way, everybody else that's in there, if they're not subscribed to you, if they're not checking out what you're doing, I want them to check you out. I want them
No.
to see you all supporting each other. And if you're blue, that means that it's real easy for you to drop your link and then for just to click right on over onto it and go right directly to your pages. So.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. I didn't realize that what all it meant or what all what I just felt like I was trusted and I was flattered and I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Are y'all
You
doing the Are y'all doing the Show Me show Saturday?
We are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you
well,
go. Ozark.
man. One of our good friends will run into you there.
Yeah, Ozark will be there. Yeah.
Yeah, Ozark. We love Ozark. We've met. Actually, it was the last
The last
Springfield show
show.
is when we first met him. So
Solid
He
guy.
comes to and hangs out with me and helps me out with stuff. You know, my first year still learning. He'll jump in, jump on and do this, Dread, right? Cut the eggs, set up, and he checks on me and I appreciate it.
yeah,
Well, I think
Ozark's
that
awesome.
what our role should be, if you've been in it for any length of time, you need to be helping the next bunch that's coming in because we don't just automatically learn it. We have to have somebody to either help us or guide us in the right direction. So I just think that's the way it should be. I don't think there should be some secrecy or no, I'm not going to help you because you might get bigger than me or it should be about all of us helping each other.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the whole part of this right here. The whole part of this right here. Start how you want to start, right? If you got to start off with 2 or 3 just co-doms working co-doms together, start what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Get in it and do it. We're going to help you out and, get your snakes to thrive. And we're going to try to figure out how to get your snakes to breed and get them to incubating, all that. And just, right, why be that guy? Oh, you're not going to my fishing spot.
right, exactly.
Come on, what does that do? That does nothing for nobody, no good for anyone,
Yeah, and that's so
Get it
true.
out there.
Some of the
Yeah.
biggest cats in the game say if you're scared of the competition, you're not doing your own stuff right. You should.
Right,
It only helps all of us when you help other people make new projects and go new places, and you're kind to them. Guess what? It comes back, and like it's reciprocal. The reptile community is pretty close. I got involved in reptiles in the mid '90s, and it was all cloak and dagger back then, and imports and wild caught stuff. And it's so different now. The social media has brought us all together and a lot more visible. I mean, MJ said, if you're not a people person in this day and age, you're not going to make it very far because you can't just live on being a reptile person anymore. That's gone. The 80s and 90s are gone. You have to be a people person if you're going to succeed at sales or whatever it is you want to do in this game.
Yeah, so we brought his business name is Low Life Exotics, Thomas.
We call him Pops.
He's Pops to us. He is an OG ball python breeder, reptile keeper. We brought him on the show it's probably been a couple months, 2 or 3 months, but we wanted to run a show, old school versus new school. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
how it was for him when he was coming up, and no one was helping each other. You know, first of all, they had to buy the Reptile magazine because there was no social media at the time. You know,
Ads in the back, dude. You can see breeders in the back pages.
yeah.
Putting their ads in grocery stores on the little pull tabs where you got the phone number and you call them, and that's how you sold your snakes back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was interesting to see the evolution of it.
And
That's
how
awesome.
much different we are about
Helping
being
each other.
open. Yeah, being open to helping each other. And if you have something that you have a question on, and we've been through it, yeah, we're always willing to help.
And I think the community in general loves you guys because of that attitude. I mean, that last promo I ran on you was like for people to show off the balls they have from you tonight. We didn't want to make it a free for all, but just to be aware, we've never let any other people in the chats in the guest box on our show night, which is typically Wednesday. But on our show night, we have plenty of hangouts where it is a free for all. We'll have 30 boxes on the screen, and we're all yakking and yawing and showing our animals and take turns in the big box, and it's a lot of fun. But we wanted to do something organized, scheduled, structured that people can tune into and want to see each week. Nobody is doing it on this format. And so I thought, what an opportunity. And we never let people in the box. So tonight's different. And thanks again to Sinister Scales, because we wanted to say, hey, well, you guys love that kind of stuff so much. Let's do that tonight. So, I mean,
Let's do it. Y'all
yeah,
ready?
who do we got in the chat that still got some of that's got
Sinister.
healthy ball creations?
Sinister, you out there?
And I appreciate you guys switching your day for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's us. We'll do it.
Hey, we don't have the big network. NBC isn't scheduling us quite yet, so we're good, man. We're not. Sirius XM hasn't pulled our contract, so we're okay for now.
Moose
Wait for
is
6 months.
Hey.
6 months, you guys are to be, I mean, you guys are to have the whole platform.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
strictly
cool.
Moose is rolling through. He has some.
All right,
I don't think I have
let's-
moderator rights. What's going on here? I'm the damn boss. I don't
I
have
was just yapping my face. I was yapping my face, man.
Hey, what's up, Jeffrey and Angie?
Hey, Moose.
Hey, I just want to say I love you guys.
We love you too.
Well, here's Angus, since y'all ain't seen him in forever.
Oh my gosh.
And see
Nice
how we
flat.
got his name. See how we got his name spelled?
Yep.
Oh.
He's getting big.
Real
Yes, sir. Hey, you ain't
Very
seen
cool,
nothing.
Moose.
Hey, wait until you see Sorka. And she
Oh.
just, hey, Angie, she just ate for me again today too.
Oh.
Oh, excellent news.
Hey, let me
Oh,
tell y'all,
absolutely.
Moose has been with me since like day one. I got on my first live.
Oh.
Me and
sweet.
Moose has been serious like almost
Oh,
every
yeah,
time.
Yeah. What do you think of Sorka, guys?
She's looking
She's
beautiful.
looking
Beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous.
Dread, she's a super pastel vanilla fire, vanilla shout out.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the shout out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I tell you what, so we had her in a tub. We keep all of ours in tubs here, and perfect. I mean, she would not skip a meal, and we sent her out to Moose, and she would not
went completely off.
she would not
Yeah, 4
eat for
months.
Moose, and we were
4
like,
months.
man, we don't know what's going on, and now to hear that she is eating again,
Yeah.
and
Well, Moose
Well,
and
look.
I kept in contact, so
Yep. Well, look, guys, I
I-
changed her substrate and put aspen shavings in. The next day I did this, she started eating, and she ain't missed a meal since.
awesome. That's
I'm
such
breathing.
good news.
Jeffrey
Perfect.
and Angie, I'm planning on breeding her with our banana inchy possible spectre mill. I want to get greedy. I want a 16 snake.
I tell you what, and that banana and that vanilla, and oh yeah,
And
it's gonna be
Angie.
beautiful.
And
Yeah.
the super
I-
pastel
It's gonna
is
be
going to be. I
gorgeous,
think it's
man.
going to be a beautiful combination.
Can't wait to see that one, big dog. What's
Well,
up?
hey,
So
you got
she-
first
she-
choice. Actually, Angie and Jeffrey will have first choice if they want a baby out of her. I imagine,
So what happened? So,
I imagine we
so-
could come up with a trade.
Someone else is in the box?
Huh?
Oh, it's Moose.
Yeah, we're doing the show snakes that people has got from Celtic.
so what happened with her? So we bought her when we were still growing. You know, a lot of, you know, everybody goes and does impulse buys. We saw her and we were like, oh my God, we got to have her.
Gorgeous.
Right? As we started putting some plans together, we were like, what are we going to use her for? You know, we don't have plans for her. And we showed her to Moose, and Moose was like, oh my God, I want her. And we were like, she's yours.
It's yours.
I fell in love with her. What can I say? And I'm glad I got her because she's going to be one of my main, or me and Crystal's main projects.
Yes.
I love to
awesome.
hear it.
Yeah.
I think Inchi's gonna be a good choice with her.
Yeah,
Now,
I think so,
have you thought
so
about what you're
too.
doing with have you thought about what you're doing with the Mystic Boy?
Angus.
The Mystic Boy, yeah, I can show you what I'm going to do with him. I've got.
Because I live Mystic.
Okay, here we
So
go.
Mystic and Phantom has tested out to be the same gene.
I've got the Jigsaw right here to breed with him.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice.
Awesome
So you're
back
gonna-
back stripe on that.
Hang on, that's
Very
not
nice.
it. That's not all. I have.
I use the same
Yellow
brand
Belly
hides.
with him. Oh, hang on. I got one more, guys. I got one more. And I have the bamboo Mojave.
Oh, nice.
Oh man. So you got purple snakes in the future.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
That's the three girls that I'm planning on breeding with the Mystic Male.
Awesome.
I love that.
He should be getting close to size, shouldn't he, Moose?
He's hang on, let me look. I keep good paperwork. I've learned that from you and Angie, Jeffrey.
Just never come to our house because you'll be like, where the hell did they put that shit?
Yeah, I know. No shit.
He's close.
Angus is 666 grams when I weighed him at the beginning of September.
Oh yeah.
So he's close. He's close.
Is he producing sperm plugs for you yet?
I do not know yet. How can I tell?
So do you know how to pop them? Like if you're popping for sex?
Yeah, I've popped a corn snake before. I hadn't popped a ball python yet.
Okay,
Just
so
pop it.
so you're gonna pop them, and if little white plugs come out, that's your sperm
That's your
plugs.
sperm plug.
Okay, so that means he's ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Good deal.
There we go.
Good deal.
Hey Moose, even if you don't check before you and I hang out next time, we just do it together on one of the hangouts.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that. Yeah, Jeffrey, and I'm getting a spot nose female from Dread and a what is he, Dread? What's that? Pied?
Oh, it's asphalt or yellow belly pied. I was working on a freeway clutch or freeway pieds, and I actually wound up hitting a set of twins.
Nice.
She was a 66% het for pie, super pasta yellow belly, 66% het. I come out with 6 eggs, 7 snakes. 2 of those was twins and only 1 het, so she proved out like. And then I think we got 2 freeways out of that deal. Yeah, 2. And that was a really cool clutch. My buddy I got the female from, he had the male, and I'm just going to hook her up for you, when she gets up to size and get you going.
Northside
cool.
says he doesn't have a snake, but he's got a Celtic Balls t-shirt. We have to make him put it on if he's going to get a box. If you're
I
not
love
wearing
it.
the shirt, you're not getting on your Northside.
Hey, Jeffrey, and I also have a couple Purple Passion adults coming too.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Awesome. So
I got-
it looks like you're working the purple passion route. That's
Yeah,
kind of
Purple
what the
Passion and
project's gonna
Bells
work.
because Crystal partial to Bells. We had a Bell that passed away in May the day before my birthday.
Right.
That really broke my heart because my heat tape went out in the rack. I got new heat tape, but I kept the room warm that week. Changing the heat tape out, put her tub back in, and she was rolled over dead in her tub.
Oh man,
I mean,
that's always something.
that absolutely broke because she was a beautiful Super Mojave Bell.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter how many years you've been in or how many snakes you have. When you lose one, it's heartbreaking.
It
I
is.
don't care. I
Yeah,
don't
it
care.
is.
Hard.
And Crystal, and I know I'm in trouble if I do produce bells because Crystal loves them. And I'm probably not going to be able to get rid of them, which is okay. Hey, I'm good with that because I like them too. I mean, I like a white snake with purple with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sexy looking
Yeah.
animal, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Hey Moose, you mind to drop down? We'll get
Nope,
Northside
nope, I'm
on.
done. Good. Thanks
We
for
got a
letting me
fan
in.
club here.
Jeffrey,
Someone reach out to
thanks for letting me
Sinister.
show those two
Yes,
off.
I
Yeah.
tried to get her. I tried to get her. Thanks, Moose.
Thank
Thanks,
you guys.
Yes.
Thank you,
Get
buddy.
some sleep, brother. Love you.
Oh,
So
nice.
you were talking about asphalt. So we
Yeah.
hit the hypo calico Mardi Gras this year.
You're in a retic cage right now, so
There it is.
you might get a little surprise from over here. You're in a cage right now, so.
There it is.
Love you, brother.
What up, Northside?
I love
I got something to go with this shirt. Hold on. Whoa. She's not happy. She's behind my phone right now.
You are actually in a cage, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah.
is.
She's in shed, so she's a little. Yeah, she's a little feisty right now.
Oh yeah. Now is she a mainland or is she dwarf?
Oh, mainland. But yeah, I told you I was actually in a cage. The hair flipped around.
I'm partial to the mainlands because that's what my baby is. He's a mainland.
I tell you what, that shirt looks good on you.
It does indeed.
I like the shirt a lot.
Green is good.
Yeah.
We told
I
him
wore
we
it
had
to
to
the
have.
I wore it to the Loco Expo this past weekend.
I saw pictures.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of you in the shirt.
Yeah. I seen
It
someone
looks-
with a bull python shirt on, and they told me they took a picture.
Uh-oh. There he is.
The phone tripping.
It's probably Ashley and Kyle
What's that?
because I know Ashley sent me a picture.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That at the last show they were at.
Conroe.
Uh-huh.
Ow!
All right, I invited PJs. Oh yeah, Recoil. I love your enclosures, man. You got some good stuff. I was sharing that earlier. I love their stuff, man.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Huge shout out to the Recoil family. They do sponsor us on our YouTube channel, but they're family to us.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do
if
sell.
you guys aren't following Recoil Reptiles they're in the chat. Yeah, give them a follow. Killer enclosures, especially for some big snakes. They got a really great basking shelf in there. And then they had a wall full of cubes that was probably geared towards cresties, but I could sure see a lot of yearling green tree pythons in there.
Yeah, all of our hatchling racks.
Yeah. I need him to send me an invoice for
The 6 foot enclosures.
no, for the green tree.
Off for the green tree.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna hop back in the comments.
All right, Northside, thanks for coming.
Northside, thanks, brother.
Oh,
Later,
yeah,
guys.
there it is.
What? Will Banks.
Hi, Amanda.
Will Banks.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
Eric.
So, this is my newest one, actually from Jeff and Angie. This is a tragic redhead het pied.
Beautiful.
On front camera.
There we go.
Oh, I love them. I love the ovals down the spine. Wow. That pop, the gold pop in that black.
Absolutely.
That's the tragic coming through, isn't it? All that black.
Yeah, it's
Eric, can
really-
you show the head on that?
the head.
Because the redhead's really coming through on the head as well.
There we go.
Sorry, can I turn this
Yeah,
around?
turn it so they don't. There, turn it.
Sorry, I've never gone live. So.
No, you guys are good, right? That's what this is about.
Yeah,
Alright,
there's
save.
that.
There
We're
we
just here to
go.
show some love for Jeff and Angie in this community, and you guys can just do what you need to do. Eric, thanks for making the leap and joining us on here, Eric. I know that took a lot, so I appreciate you, dog.
Hey, no worries. I appreciate you guys. But yeah,
This is
so,
awesome. Super cool.
yeah, it comes through really well.
Love their family.
The black on this thing is just insane. It's kind of hard to see over video, but if you get it into person over anything else that you've got, this thing is just dark.
Yeah.
Its blacks are really amazing.
How long
Yeah,
ago did you get that?
We were wondering how the redhead would interact with the tragic, but I think it actually worked very well because the head is nice and red, but the body is still
Black.
black.
Yeah. So he's actually getting real close to breeding weight, I think, and I've got some girls for him this year, and we're hoping to hit a couple tragic pieds to see what we can do with that.
And he is so friendly. Like he loves.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's a 23 baby.
Yeah. He's right at, I think I just weighed him, he's right about 600 grams, so say my season usually runs a little late. Well, I should say my first season, I've not had any more than that. I laid in June and 2 in July, so he's got plenty of time to get some weight and get
Yeah,
himself.
a lot of people do maintenance feeding. You know, when they have hatchlings for sale and that, they do maintenance feeding. We feed all of our snakes, whether they're for sale or not,
Just
as
like
if we were keeping them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I agree. I feed my snakes, they're fat.
Yeah.
I agree. Right. Being thin's always in, but being fat's where it's at.
I agree.
Hey, my grandma used to tell me, boy, you look too poor, let me feed you. Right?
I've been told that my whole life.
I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, so y'all know I know how to eat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, and then I also, while I was there this weekend, we decided let's jump into the Mandarin game while we're at it.
Nice.
Here we have a Mandarin 66% hypo female.
Nice.
Looks
Yeah.
good with your shirt.
She is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff, if you feel
That's
comfortable, you can explain
awesome.
her if you want.
If I can explain what?
Her little, she has a slight kink.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
really
she has.
Well, don't we all?
That's why
Yes,
I have my
ma'am.
bit on the way.
Yeah. So she does. She has a very, very, very small kink. And that's why she was still with us. I mean, you know, we could not sell her as a breeder. And Eric looked at her. I said, look, if you guys want to get into the Mandarin game, I got something for you, because this kink is so small. And of course, you know, I told Eric, you know, I can't give you 100% positivity that she'll pass eggs, no problem. But I'm telling you right now, she's not going to have a problem passing eggs. I mean, the kink is super, super tiny. But I could
you
not
can't even
sell her.
tell.
And
Yeah.
it's obviously not affecting her bowel movements or eating any. This is a healthy snake. You can't, look, this girl's been eating.
Yeah.
She's been eating real good.
She likes her food.
Oh, yes. I say she's actually going to get fed tomorrow.
Nice. Well, welcome to the Mandarin game, dude. That's great. That's very cool. That's a gene I wish I could get into. So that's awesome.
Will you show off that
all you
pretty
gotta
girl?
do is hit up Jeff and Angie. They got
Thanks
plenty
to the
of it.
Missouri Rattery down there. If you're not following the Missouri Rattery in the comments, if you want your animals to eat well, hit them up. If you're in the Midwest especially, which I know we got a lot of Midwesterners out here, check out David and the Missouri Rattery, please.
And then this was this the first one I got off you guys?
That's the first one, yep.
That's the first.
At the
Okay.
show.
This is a Hidden Gene Loma Enchi, and she is triple het for clown, pied, and lavender albino. So I will be working her in. I've got two males and 6 females into the Dreamsicle, Grail, and Holy Grail project. So she's a little dull right now. She is getting
She's about
some
to go in
pink
a
belly,
shed.
so she's about to go in shed. But
I just tagged her today.
yeah, they are.
But literally all of my snakes I've gotten from Jeff and Angie, they're all super nice and they're docile. They're not bitey or.
I don't know why, Amanda, because have you met Angie?
Oh, Jeff is gunning for the couch. That's the second time.
Yeah, look at her head stamp though. I love her head stamp here. Can you get a good shot of her head stamp? I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah, the back of the neck there is really cool.
Yeah, her mullet.
Her mullet. It looks like my hairline.
Oh. So yeah, those are my stuff from Jeff and Angie. We did have we had one that came over a little we were trying to go through work bring back to health on a boy, and unfortunately
So we had a VPI pied male who just completely went off food for no reason. Just went off food. We couldn't get him back on. Eric came over. Amanda wasn't with him at the time. Eric came over, and I said, "Look," I said, "Do you have time for him?" And he was like, "I'll work with him." And Eric, you guys took him home, and he ate for you, and then.
So I got him 2 meals. Unfortunately, he had a bowel movement that was extremely loose, so I gave him a week off. And then the next week, I went to go feed him, and yeah, he was no longer with us. It was just he ate twice, gave him a week off, and then. Just checking on him. We were getting ready for feeding day, so we're checking our waters and everything. And yeah, he was no longer with us, unfortunately.
How old was he?
He was an older snake. He was probably 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years old. I mean, he wasn't old, but he was a full grown male. We paired him up throughout the season. He was iffy on his food. He would eat 1 week, get up, take a week off, but then he immediately just went off food, and we could never get him back on food. And that's when Eric came over, and I said, "Hey, do you want to get into the VPI Pied project and all that?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, brother!" And we threw him in a bag, and I said, "Take him home." And he worked with him, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. Things like that happen.
And they do. But it's just knowledge, it's growth. You're going to have that. And that's something that I have to always remind myself, as excited as I am buying my breeding stock for Brazilian rainbow bows and green tree pythons, the biggest of big names will tell you, like the maternal death during birthing can just suddenly happen after you put 5 years into growing a girl. And during that bow is birthing, she just drops on you. Or green trees, I mean, they get a lot of a bad rap. They're ironically super easy, but then they can also be super mystifying. And then you've got them up to size, and then they can turn on and just drop for you. And so there goes your $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 investment in one animal. So it can really, it always humbles you and reminds you that these are just living creatures. And yeah, you might lose an animal, but is it from your neglect or being a terrible keeper? No. As long as it's not that, then you have to take it as a learning experience. And now the next time you encounter it, you're better for it. You can go, "Oh, look, I've read this book. I see this coming down the pipeline," and head it off at the pass. Yeah. It sucks, but it is, like you said, part of the game. And there's different species have different things. Hognose, the girl eat the boy. I mean, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff that happens with different species. So it's interesting. And it's good to share and be honest and upfront about it, because how else do the rest of us grow?
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
And I knew him going home with Amanda in there, was the best thing for him. And I know Eric works long ass hours, and I know Amanda is busy with the kids, but I knew they were going to give him the attention he needed. And I hate to see it, but unlike us, we have 600 snakes to look after. And Eric was to be able to watch him a little closer than we could have. Yeah. And I trusted Eric with I trust Eric with my life, and that's He's a brother to me. He's, they're family to us. And
He's the hardest working guy I see in the V unit. That's for sure. Him and maybe Emilio. Maybe Emilio might outpace you, but otherwise, man, Eric is always like, man, I'm back from another 22-hour day. This guy just works his ass off. So mad respect to him and happy family. So I mean, I pay attention and I definitely notice. And man, that guy's out there grinding. So hats off to him for sure.
And then they came over this last weekend and they brought us an old refrigerator that they didn't need anymore. And we were like, man, we definitely use that. And so, boy, they brought it all the way over and unloaded it. Man, we tore that damn thing apart trying to get it into our laundry room. And we still didn't get into the laundry room, so we had to put it back together and put it somewhere else.
So
my God.
Took apart. And they're like, we're trying to get this in here and it's not going to go. And I said, well, why didn't you just leave it out there?
After the fridge is in 7 pieces, we've got 2 doors off. Thinking about taking a frame out of a door,
Oh, we had that thing torn apart.
I was like, yeah, you can walk out there in the hall. It's fine. I'm easy going with it.
And then there was Angie with the easiest, most logical solution. You guys are over here, caveman. Oh, Hulk smash! And she's like, just leave it there.
They definitely were.
And then I don't know what was going through Eric's mind because we had it tipped over, and he was like, "Hey, do you think you can lift it up over your head?" And I'm like, "Eric, I'm fucking 52 years old. My fucking back is fucking."
I don't think you can say the F word.
Oh no, you can. Yeah, you don't. They don't get you for that. They get you for like referencing party materials, smoking on camera. But you can say any kind of word you want.
Well, it usually comes out.
Usually, that's my English language there.
If I had $1 for every time I said that at work through my day, I would be rich.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Can you lift it up?" No, I can't.
I don't give my guys at work a choice. You gotta help me with something,
He was being kind to us because we're old.
Oh, they're sinister.
Always.
They're sinister. We've been sending
We got
invites.
her. I was just looking again to get her, and she got come up. There we go.
Eric, I appreciate you and Amanda. Thanks for popping your cherry with us on Naughty Business and getting on here, man.
That's right. Thanks, Eric.
I hope you come back through
Appreciate it.
some more on this account and hang out anytime, my man.
Oh yeah, y'all come on
yes.
anytime y'all want.
I appreciate it. The boss
Right,
lady
what do I
told
always
me I
say?
have to download it. Download TikTok onto my phone finally, I guess.
Hey, you don't got to do nothing silly. You could just like hang out and be a lurker. It's totally cool. But I mean, having you on the show was nice, brother.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's more of a not me getting locked in watching damn reels for 5 hours when I got stuff to do, I can sit on Instagram and then I'll look up and it's 2 hours later. I have no idea what's going on in my house.
That's you on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll just flip TikTok all night long.
And I don't get sucked into that as much because it's always like I'm always like grinding and plotting and like making stuff, and so I don't sit down I don't get down the rabbit hole too much, but it's because I keep myself so busy on here trying to do the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate it though. I used to do that with reels on Facebook, just hours, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you guys are kicking ass. I appreciate it.
Amanda's grinding away on TikTok. She's always throwing out shorts. She's always throwing out reels, and she's doing an amazing job.
She is. And I
Thanks
try to
for
share.
adding
I share
support.
every single thing I see. I try that for all the V Unit brothers. Man, I did that for everyone I see on there. I try to make sure get us all up to snuff. You know what I'm saying? So get that good knowledge out there.
Hey, you guys are welcome to the Dreadnought Campfire anytime.
I appreciate it.
I don't
Thank
just
you.
extend that to anyone.
Thank
All
you very
y'all,
much.
y'all too, right?
All right, let's get Sinister up here before she
Yeah.
goes night night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming. Appreciate you.
That's for you, Eric.
Hey, back at you, big sexy.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'll turn the lights down, turn the music up, right?
You ever
Yes,
seen
sir.
two bald guys with goatees slow dancing in the moonlight?
Hey, hey, don't knock it till you tried it.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get
No.
him. He is indeed blue, so I'm gonna warn you right now. He's not tip-top shape, but
Oh, that's okay.
You're good,
I gotta
Sim. We
find him
know.
quick here. All right, buddy. Hi, baby. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, he's just waking. Hi, baby. Hi, double boys.
Hey y'all,
One
wake
second.
up out there. We can hit 50K. Come on. 50K. Come on, guys.
Yeah. You guys
Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep on
20
us
to
just yet.
30 viewers
50K.
the whole time. We're almost to 50,000 likes, 20 to 30 viewers steady this whole time. Spiked up to
Awesome.
40. So you guys are killing it, man. People are definitely
Yeah,
here.
this is
for it.
really good. Y'all come on. Thanks, B. We appreciate it.
Be friendly, Megan. Thanks for rolling through tonight, man. I think I followed you guys
She's
before,
a she's
for
a
sure.
beekeeper. She hung out with us the other night.
Nice.
Okay,
I always want to get my mom an apiary. Hey, Sinister.
there he is.
How are you, ma'am?
Now, this one is the Danzig stop. This is the
Yeah.
Butter Leo Blitz Pos Het Hypo that I got from you guys. He is like a little over 500 grams right now, but
There you go, right there.
he getting big, aren't ya?
Yeah, he's nice.
So we were a little spicy at first. Oh yeah, I know you can't see right now. Yeah, he's brighter than this. But right now he's in.
He's browned out, shed wise.
Oh
But
yeah,
he's coming on good, looking good.
we've got projects for this little boy.
That's right. You've got them all eating good over there. I mean, everything. You're back on track.
Oh yeah, everybody's doing good. He's doing good. Sometimes he'll eat for me when he's in shed, but most of the time he just wants to sleep. Huh, buddy?
Super cool.
I tell you what, I love leopard and butter together. It gives it a darker butter color, and then of course leopard is one of our favorite genes, and I love the way the two interact.
Yeah, he is. Aren't ya? Yeah, I've worked with him. We've worked on a little bit with the head shyness and stuff. We had a little bit of an issue with that, but otherwise he has gotten to where I can just.
Oh yeah.
It'd like.
How long have you had them?
Oh God, I can't even remember when I got him. I think.
It's been almost a year now, maybe.
Yeah, I think around about a year's. I think so.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back on Morph Market, I think, and look or go through our messages.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing good. He's getting. Say,
We
we're
love
getting a nice
Yeah.
thick boy.
Yeah, and I love the blitz gene in them. I mean, it breaks up the leopard pattern, and
Yes.
Yeah, he's really. Actually, the day that he came home, I was jimmying up to the Misfits, so that's how he got
Oh,
his
okay.
name.
Nice.
So, and oh my gosh, hold on, he is all over the place. Come on, buddy. Hey. Yeah, so you can really see that he's.
All I can see his eyes are glazed over. Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to leave him out too long because I'm actually getting ready for bed. I just got up here to Achiever Exotics today. 3-hour drive, so I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, and you work real early in the mornings, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm off until Sunday. I actually got to go back home Sunday, and then I'm going to work on. Yep, say hi to everybody now that you're a social butterfly.
There you go.
So no, I figured I'd show you guys like he is, because I
Yep.
think I sent you a picture of him the other day on the scale.
Yep.
Yeah, he's.
I love getting updates.
Woo, 50K.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Ace.
I just can't wait for him to get the size so that way we can start pairing him.
Yay, 50K.
Thanks, Ace.
Thanks,
for lighting
Ace.
on that.
Well, guys, I gotta hop
Thanks
off
for
here.
joining us. We really wanted to show off people that have got Celtic Ball Creations tonight, and just because everyone in the community really rallies around them. So thanks for coming by and showing tonight. We really-
Thanks, Sinister.
You wanna say goodnight? Okay, you say goodnight. Get
Show
everybody
that
the
love.
ropes.
Right on.
We'll see you soon, girl.
All
Get some
right,
rest.
guys.
Have a good night.
So tonight's been fun. Did you guys have fun? Different than Instagram, right?
Awesome.
We always
awesome.
do, yes.
Yeah.
We have had a blast.
Yeah, thanks for making time for us, especially with all these shows you're doing, man. I know that takes a lot out of you. So thanks for making a night for us in between work. I do appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And it was so awesome seeing seeing some of the babies that we've shipped out and seeing how they've grown and because they all change as they get older, and seeing how they've changed as they got older.
I love when they send me update pictures. It's like one of my favorite things. So I always love to hear from the ones that we've.
And I didn't even know that was a thing, and I guess that's why Sinister mentioned it, because she did know that, and I didn't know that. So that's really cool. We're able to kind of tie that together, what you already have going with your community, with what we could do here tonight, and then like lives, because everyone likes to be on screen and show off their stuff, but then tie it to you. So it just was a really cool full circle kind of an idea, and I love it. It turned out awesome. This was really
I just
really
like
fun.
to be on lives. Trust me. I did not like being in front of the camera. And then about 5 years ago,
Yeah.
he made me have my own show. And so I did Ladies of the Night Reptile Talk, and I only did females in the reptile industry. So that made me get out in front of the camera.
PJ's Amanda said, I only got on screen because it's my family. Teary eye.
We love her.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah,
love
they're
them.
really nice. I do. I love that. Obviously,
yeah.
everything I see, I try to promote to theirs. They're great.
Yeah, he's actually going to come over and help me with my watering system for the rats.
Okay.
So what we're going to put in a constant watering system for them. And
Are you gonna tap into like a copper hard line with a monitor and a safety stopper? Okay.
yeah, just because when we say we do Dallas or we do Tinley and we leave out Thursday and we don't get back until Monday morning, it's hard. Even with the 5-gallon buckets, we get back and the buckets are empty. And so I
We have
want a
people
water.
covering.
I want a constant water.
Yep, that makes sense. What do you do for flood mitigation? What if a tub floods out? I've heard of some people put a little hole in the bottom and they use it like in a room that has like a basement style floor. It goes slope to a drain so that if it goes through, it drains from down to the floor. But then I thought that might be a potential chew point for the rats. What is your thoughts on that?
So absolutely. If there is any portion of that tub that they can get their teeth into, they're going to chew on it and they're going to get out. Luckily enough, we've only had maybe 3 floods. It happens. I don't have a mitigation. I know there's people that put, the flood sensors, the water sensors on their floors and that. Right now, if it happens, it happens. I don't have a safety plan for it as of right now.
Yeah, I don't know what a good one is, so that's why I posed the question. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. Lose. Luckily enough, I haven't lost the breeding pair. I've lost some babies, and we're down there. Every day, every 2 days. So if we do see it, we usually catch it fairly early.
Yeah. That's cool. I always like to hear people's different thoughts because, I mean, when you get to much less your size, but even, 5 snakes, you need to have food security.
Right.
And you can't always depend. Sometimes you get a ball python that's a mouser. Sometimes some they only want live or whatever. So you've got to.
You're right. You got to have it lined up, and you got to have a backup supply because this happened out here. So a friend of mine up the way, she has a supplier down in San Diego that a couple months ago they lost like a couple swamp coolers. Right, their coolers went out. I think she told me today he lost over half of his stuff. And so she's been like calling everybody she knows. Hey. She asked me today, what do you got, any wings? Or whatever you got extra, bring to me.
Yeah.
She goes, it's bad. And I go, oh wow. You know, she doesn't breed her own. She's been buying from the supplier forever. And, okay, I help you where I can. And yeah, you got to pay. It is to start over.
Oh
right,
God.
right. You know, and you start. So about a month and a half ago, David with Missouri Rattery came up. I said, look, I need to take this whole rack down. You know, we need to reset it. The breeders are getting old. They're not producing like they need to be. He was like, okay. And he brought new breeders, virgin breeders for me. But you know, it still takes a month, a month and a half, 2 months before those mamas start having babies. Yep. And so when you're down a rack, I mean, that hurts.
Whew.
Yeah.
That is tough. And I have 6 tubs. I have a little bit of rat production here. I'm about to trade that out. I got a great local guy. I get them super duper silly cheap, and I need more food. So he's better at it than me. He actually enjoys the rats. He's much more caring and attentive. And so I'm gonna trade my rack out. I built with my own 2 hands and the females that I got, and I'm gonna trade him that for a credit memo. And I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna rig a smaller rack and do mice, because mice are like impossible to get here. Nobody has them besides Petco. I think I'm gonna do mice because of my various species and sizes. And I'm gonna do some frozen for the Missouri Rattery, and I'm gonna keep some quail in the freezer and a few different sizes of rats. And I'm gonna try mice instead and outsource my rats, but keep frozen. I'm hoping to have like a 4-headed monster to make sure that I've got backup on backup should I need it.
Right.
I don't have the many. I got 20 something, 30 snakes, going on, but I don't have what you guys are doing. So different ball game.
Yeah.
And you like you said, you have to have a backup. Even without the hatchlings, we run 60, 80, 70, 80, 84 tubs of 3-to-1s, and we don't produce enough. We never have. If we had our original, the 200 snakes, we would produce enough. But with over 600 snakes, we just don't produce enough. And David said, "Look, I do rats, you breed. You breed the snakes, I do the rodents." And that's the way we work. And he comes here and he stays in until I put that last rat in the tub. And then we pack up his stuff and he heads on out. But he stays here and feeds with me on Friday.
Cool. And speaking of David and the Missouri Rattery, that dude will meet me in Paragould, which is 25 minutes away, on my way to work at my daughter's school, depending on what day of the week it is. He will meet me and make a stop on his way over to Red Onion, which is a breeder. And if I say I need a pack of frozen this, or I need 3 bags of cocoa, the chipper, he'll meet me, and I meet him there, and we talk a minute, and so every 2 weeks I can resupply with that guy, even though he doesn't live anywhere near me. Yeah. He passes through, and so I talked to him on the phone, and we just arrange it. He goes above and beyond. The Missouri Rattery is awesome. They go above and beyond, and I got into the chipper as a substrate from him, and I've stuck with it. I like it.
Have you tried Cocoa to Go?
I haven't.
And I know it comes from the same, the cocoa guy, Chris. He does the chipper and the Cocoa to Go, but I didn't know if you've tried the Cocoa to Go.
I haven't. I have not yet. No.
Uh-huh. So.
But I do love them. David's great.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing good things about the Missouri Rattery. It's true. They're at a lot of shows I go to as well.
Yes. Yep.
Well, guys, you got anything else? Next week's guest is Meteoric Serpents. He runs his own podcast, JD, out of Florida. He runs the Colubrid Corruption. Very intelligent guy. He's super in with all the Trap Talk guys. He's not part of their network yet at this time. He does his own, and he's done speaking events at various symposiums and expos on colubrids. He keeps some really rare ones. And he's going to be a speaker at the first ever Colubrid Fest in Indianapolis coming up.
Wow.
And so JD he's pulling it down on YouTube. He's in the V Unit with Eric and I. That's how I kind of got in touch with him after seeing him with the Trap Talk folks on YouTube. And I was like, oh, okay, I need that specialty because we're trying to get from all different specialties, right? So
Yeah.
we're going to go circle back to a different flavor of colubrids next week. And then we're booked and through till December. We only got 3 dates left for the year open. And we got a lot
Nice.
of guesses. We're just trying to dole them out. So cool things are coming. So if you guys, if you guys got free time or spread the word, tune in. We've got some really huge names coming our way. And we just try to roll them out 1 week at a time. Oh, I put an Easter egg in your video. Did you see that promo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody
every
catch
promo
it?
we were out, man, I was sharing it. I was like, this is awesome. We were like, where the hell does Phil get all this time, though?
And where does he get all this energy?
I lose.
I'm telling you.
I give up a good hour and a half of sleep, probably
Hey.
4 or 5 nights a week to do that stuff, man.
He
Oh,
does.
man.
He does. He puts in all the work, and he does.
Yeah. No, it was awesome.
It was
The
awesome.
promoting of it, all your little shorts or promotions was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Leading up to tonight.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's fun to me. It's work. This is a part-time job anymore. For real. Honestly, that's how I view it. I'm away from the house for work 60 hours a week, but I probably spend 20 to 30, easily 25, easy, doing the show, promotions, videos, my own animals, networking. I mean, I'm on the phone so much with people, just getting relationships going, and so it is a whole job unto itself.
Yeah, I know you reached out to Angie and you were like, can I grab some pictures off your guys' IG and all that? And we were like, have at it. Take whatever you want. If you see one with me in a bikini, fucking put that up there. I don't care.
Right? Do it.
I came in strong with that Mr. September thing, though, didn't I? Come
Oh,
on.
that was awesome. That Mr. September was good. I love it. Dude, you nailed it on all these promotions. I mean, this was really good right here.
I think it's
All
fun,
good.
and I hope that comes through. I love music. I've kind of taught
yeah.
myself how to edit video, kind of. I still suck at it, but I like music and putting like pictures and like getting the whole vibe down. For whatever guest, trying to get to know them a bit. Just either text, phone, or through their socials, and just trying to get their vibe to give them the best presentation possible. It isn't about me. I'm just a facilitator.
No, it was awesome.
Awesome. We loved it.
Like at the beginning of the show, I was talking about, we don't do TikTok much. A lot of our stuff's on YouTube. We have a studio. We have a whole setup there, and we were like, how the hell are we to do this on the phone? So we were like, okay, let's go grab a couple chairs and we'll set it in what we call the female room. And put the phone up on a tripod, and we'll turn some lights on, and because usually we have the studio lighting,
Yeah.
we have everything, and
Green
we
screen.
were like, okay, how are we going to do this tonight?
How was it? Were you guys comfortable? I mean, did it work?
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, be honest. I mean, we're open for all feedback. We're always looking to
no.
improve.
No,
I'll take it.
You would,
No,
yeah,
no.
we'll take it.
no,
It was great.
Absolutely, I had a great time. I'm used to a computer screen. I'm used to being able to see it. So of course I had to put my glasses on so I could see. Now Angie can't see it, the damn thing that's going on the screen right now.
Nothing.
Hey, you two sound like my wife and I. The same thing. You gotta wear right. She can't see, and I'm wearing my glasses. Same thing.
I can't see a thing. I said, if there's anything to read, you're gonna have to do it because I can't see it.
No.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, you allowed us to show off some steaks, show off some of the projects that we were working. And I absolutely loved, bringing Moose on, bringing Eric and Amanda on, bringing Sinister Skills on. Absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
Good. That was different. That was different for this show. So I'm glad you enjoyed it because that was kind of what I got out of it.
We're always open for new input and feedback, right, good or bad. You can't offend us.
That's how.
You can't offend us.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, we're better than that. That small potatoes.
Well, we're sniffing right at 55,000 likes. I know compared to YouTube, it's not apples to apples because here we can sit and tap the screen. It's a little more difficult on. You can do that to an extent on YouTube, but not quite as easily. So
Right.
I mean, a really good showing tonight, man. Everyone was here, and like I said, you spread good vibes, and it comes back to you. So I hope you felt welcome anytime. We're down, man. We're down to talk about whatever. So I really appreciate your time.
Hey, we'll fire that campfire up, throw some steaks on the grill, and do it again.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys are available Monday nights, 7:30 Central Time, over on our YouTube channel, we run a live. Sometimes we don't have a guest. Sometimes it's just us bullshitting, talking about the crazy shit. It's a reptile podcast, but we might not talk reptiles. I mean, it's just whatever comes out of our mouth.
So Monday night, 7:30.
A little bit more over there. I've been off YouTube for a while, but I need to get back on and watch y'all a little bit more. Show that
Monday night,
love.
catch Celtic Balls on YouTube at 7:30 for sure. And if there's anything else I can do for you along the way, let me know. I doubt it, but if I can, let me know.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Other than catching you here, can't wait to see you in St. Louis.
Yes, you will. I will be there. I'll be running a live, and I'm there to meet a lot of. I got a lot of people to set up to meet that I haven't met yet that I'm really gotten quite close with, and I got family there. I'm going up there, and to be with to see my family. It's my brother's birthday weekend, so it'll be me and Abby again, my little loyal sidekick. We'll be up there.
Awesome.
I think she took your video, didn't she? Abby took the video.
Yeah, she shot
she
it.
did.
Yeah.
Yep, she sure did.
Yeah. And we plan on actually making it out to the Pomona show. So hopefully we can make it out there and meet you.
Yep, I'll see you guys there. So very cool. Yeah, I was trying to make Dallas, but we couldn't throw it in, last minute. But it is what it is. But yeah, I would definitely get to meet you guys soon enough.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Yep,
Awesome.
absolutely. We look forward to it.
Hey, we broke 55,000 likes. We did it, guys.
55! Come on.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great rest of the night. Get some rest.
You too. Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much.
All right, good night,
Love you
guys. Well, Dred, are you ready for next week?
Huh? Next week?
You ready
Well,
for
let's
next
not
week?
spill the beans. They're still listening right now. We're gonna
Oh, yeah.
yeah, go roll with it, man. Who's coming next week?
Well, we might have a little impromptu Saturday show with some of our international flavor coming. We might do a hangout on Saturday with London. And have a
London,
spot
come
of
on,
tea.
come on.
Would you want to have a spot of tea?
I will sip some tea on Saturday.
Good night, PJs. Thanks, Amanda. Much love. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming through. So, yeah,
Dude,
well,
I'm
Saturday
good,
we will have a
man.
little hangout, I'm hoping, across the pond, midday.
Midday, I'm down.
Tip of the iceberg of some things to come. Next week, we got Meteoric Serpents. We got JD. So, we got more coming, and then all kinds of good stuff planned for the next month. So, it's going to be hot.
Hey, and thank y'all, and we appreciate y'all, and continue to help us make the Naughty Business Show the #1 reptile extravaganza show podcast. Get her done, learn everything, have fun. Thank you, Naughties, to be the #1 on TikTok.
Yeah. Starting to be often imitated, but never duplicated.
Let's go, Naughties! Let's go, Naughties!
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.